Welcome everyone to episode 3 of There Be Dragons. After the challenges of the Puzzle Tower, I think we should have
Fucking tower.
Fucking wizards. I think we'll do the standard thing of just introducing real quick around the table. We don't have to take much time on this because I want to get into the next part.
Hi, I'm Josh and I play Scan. Scan Felspar. Pass it on.
I'm Tristan. I play Clarence Longbottom, the cleric. Dwarven cleric.
The name's Longbottom. Clarence Longbottom.
That oddly works.
I'll have a bucket of gin.
That has to be
Whilst opened, but looking at an unopened bottle of vermouth. There's your character, right there. There you are. That's the voice. That's the one you've been looking for.
Actually, I could get behind a Sean Connery Clarence Longbottom.
Yes.
That's a bad idea.
That's a terrible idea.
I'd love to hear that, but we'll
You
move
don't
on.
want to go down those stairs.
That's not a good idea.
In my experience, 200 years of venturing and seeing all these people die.
Hi, I'm Karen, and I am playing Ryland Westfall, disgraced Dragonborn commander, now freelance. Call me.
I consider myself freelance. It's a Resident Evil quote for you out there. There you are.
Yay!
We're all nerds here.
Hi, I'm Angela. I'm playing Abella, the High Elf Rogue.
And I'm Tom. I'm playing Nizel Valgulis, the Halfling Bard.
All right. Okay, so where we left. Who are you? Oh, yes, and I'm Matthew, and I'm the Dungeon Master. All right, so where we left you last time.
Smooth.
I am. You had just successfully charmed one, well, I'll say dashing rogue, but you guys have a different opinion
I
apparently.
don't know, I've never seen him.
He'll be dashing against the rocks.
In my own
You'll
head.
see him again.
No, I'm just going to
would
be
you like a
dashing him straight to the police station.
Oh, dash him across
We
the
caught
rocks.
this stealing from the tower.
This is what he stole.
you-
We'll just take
Not
it
even
away as
him.
evidence.
This.
What were you doing in the tower? Nothing.
Nothing.
So, all right.
We were leaving a tower.
Yes, you had just left the office of the Archmage with a box in a bag, I believe.
2 boxes.
Two boxes in a bag. You had
They're in my chest.
Yep, you had charmed the erstwhile Jasper Crow into basically helping you out or following you in return for the thing that he'd found, which turned out to be some kind of
We
home
hope that's
security
what it was.
device.
Yes. Yeah, it's basically like a burglar alarm. Except there was no alarm, it just turned on all the traps, which were,
Crazy dimensions.
navigable, which really is not what you want.
Hey, I got some free books.
Yeah, I got a book that I wrote, well, someone else wrote their name in, and I wrote in its name in all of the books.
Has everyone stolen from this bloke? Part of your agreement was like, don't steal anything, just get in there and replace these.
I don't
without
recall
paying.
that part of the agreement.
I don't remember that.
What part of getting get out don't you understand?
I don't think I've stolen anything.
Oh, look at me, Miss.
Apart from all the fucking chicken wings.
Yeah, like I've
No, I
left
got
a
one
lot
book
there.
with a bullet in it.
Oh, that's right. Yes, you had.
I've got about 8 of the books.
I feel like I have more than that.
I think I have a few.
I have 4 books, one of each colour.
Just a thing. Maybe keep track of your inventory.
Red
I don't
book
know.
with
How many shillings in a gold piece?
a shilling is 1/100th of a gold
Ducat.
coin.
Yeah.
Yes.
All
The
right.
duck cat.
I'm
A
pretty
duck
cer-
cat, yes.
Yeah.
Basically, when I was in the bar, I did the equivalent of buying something for $2 and handing over a $100 note.
Basically, yeah. You were like, "Can you
And-
break this
yeah.
for me, mate?"
And, yeah,
and Tancred was like,
What's even funnier is that Tancred had already done that for 2 other people. And Tancred was like, I hate all of you. My float only has 1 ducat in it.
yeah. But not expecting a lot of high rollers. Mind you, it didn't look like it was a particularly high traffic night, so perhaps you were.
Yeah, no, he was fucked then, wasn't he?
Yeah.
'Cause let's be honest, Dupree Dupont did not pay him in anything other than ducats.
I don't think he necessarily did.
Poor me, I have too many ducats.
So many
Also,
duck cats.
you probably got the impression he was like, how much to rent a room? Would that be like 3 ducats? And Tancred was like, yes, yes it is.
I can also do you a banquet for a further 5 ducats.
Yeah.
Marjorie, get the grill on.
Deirdre.
Deirdre. Sorry.
Deirdre.
So did we ever actually did we ever nail down the name and or occupation of Tancred's daughter?
I know that we've talked about this, and I know you're pushing pretty hard for her to be a prostitute called Tenkere, but I'm not sure that that's necessarily in keeping with the...
Even if she's not a prostitute, just call her Tanqueray.
All right, so you have entranced Jasper, who's now quite friendly towards yourself, Nezor, and also quite enchanted with you.
It's got nothing to do with the charm spell.
I'm just gorgeous.
So you've entranced Jasper, I've said this for the third time, and you're currently walking down what is effectively a spiral staircase. There are little landings every now and then that offshoot into doorways and other rooms. It seems like the tower has sort of reasserted itself to something that actually resembles proper dimensions. And it's actually quite an easy walk down. These landings, you've passed about 5 of them at this point, and it seems to be about every 15 foot. I imagine 1 or 2 of you have probably tried the doors. Most of them are locked, some of them aren't, but they appear to be things that more like storerooms than anything else. There are still
scullery.
Yeah, there's still kind of like bits and bobs. It feels so oddly lived in, but also a bit like someone was a bit of a hoarder. There's lots of crap all over the place. Wizards, yeah.
Can we check in where we left the conversation with Jasper first?
Okay, so as Jasper was saying, the Arclight was a vessel we worked together on. Unfortunately, our fellowship was split before we could actually achieve what we were after.
Where is this Arclight now?
I don't really know, actually.
Oh dear.
Yes.
Lost it. Misplaced.
One of our number actually hijacked the project.
Who?
And I haven't seen him since, so...
What was his name?
Obadiah.
Parker?
A stone.
When you say one of our number, how many of you were there working on this?
Quite a few. I don't know why I'm telling you this, but I just can't deny you anything. And he reaches out, he sort of strokes your face, sort of like the back of his hand. He's like, I don't know what it is about you, just something, just absolute trust.
He has that effect on people.
He can.
Anyway, I actually don't know, because I was, well, let me put it this way. I was in charge of...
Procurement?
Well, I was going to say acquisitions, but procurement works. Yeah. But yes, it was really interesting. Mano was involved as well, of course, but only temporarily. Yeah, quite an interesting little idea, but unfortunately, and he seems to be a little bit crestfallen. He goes, "Fortunately, it wasn't to be. So here we are." Anyway, I don't know why I'm telling you about this.
So the ship was
Well,
never built.
the ship was built. The navigation system, as I'm told, was quite intricate. So I don't actually know much more beyond that, but. Where
Magically based, was it?
I believe so, yes. Although they did have a number of dwarves working on it as well. It's all very hush-hush. The moment you say anything about this sort of thing to any kind of noble family, which I have my suspicions about Dupree, but on reflection, he actually came out worse for it. Well, how can I put this? They would have swooped in and taken over, and we didn't want that. Private enterprise.
Why do you say Dupree came off worse out of it?
Oh, it's not really my story to tell, but
You're the only one telling it.
Oh, I know, but I don't know why I'm saying anything. It's just something about you. And he just keeps looking at Nezra. And like,
how long is this?
I smile.
He just sort of
Childlike wonder.
Neza, ask him about Dupree.
So you were saying about Dupree?
Oh, I can't deny that face. Well, look, he had invested quite a lot of money in it. A lot of his family's money, as I understand it. I know because I stole his pocketbook once. But... I mean, without the ship, you don't have the money, and if you don't have the money or the ship, you're not going to make a return on your investment. So,
where's the ship then?
Well, as I understand, I wasn't there when it happened, but apparently Obadiah just rolled in, took over.
How do you know that Obadiah?
Well, that's what I've been told.
By who?
Dupree, if I'm being completely honest, but I honestly don't know why I'm telling you all this. But anyway, so yes, here I am, just plying my trade.
Yeah.
This conversation has basically carried through the entire descent until you reach the bottom landing, where Jasper mercifully shuts up. And you meet a large double door that is your only way out. Now, going through the door, you enter into a large entrance hall, much like you would see in a manor. It's about 70 feet wide and 100 feet deep. In the center of the room, dominating it, is 2 centerpieces. The closest to you is the same statue of the Lady of Bones that you encountered in the illusionary forest, and then behind it, the same archway. Now, beyond that, at the other end of the room, you see 2 flights of stairs that run up to a balcony level that crosses the width of the room across the entrance to the tower. Now, there are doors leading up from the left and the right on this second level. But hanging from the banister framing the entrance to the tower on the ground level, under the balcony, are 2 long tapestries. And 2 more of these tapestries hang on the wall, framing the two large bookshelves on either sides of the room. So 1 on each side. And in front of those 6 tapestries you see, on a small, like, half-foot step, stand 6 suits of full armor, their hands outstretched and holding a bowl from which a low, warm, ambient light illuminates the room.
Is there a dead sprite in one of those bowls?
No, but they are on fire.
So
even
colour
if they're-
fire.
Are they braziers?
Just regular.
Are they braziers?
No, they're not braziers.
Braziers?
Oh, I thought you said that they were like a pile of sprites and they were on fire. I was like,
No, they're holding a bowl.
It's my trophy jar.
You've already got a collection of skeletons
is
and
everyone
bones.
still alive? Yes.
Hopefully.
Okay, so anyway, it's
Can you describe to me the helmets of these suits of armor?
they are sort of very. They look it's like kind of like Centurion style
Okay, so
helmets.
they're like faceless.
Yes, there's nothing in there that you can tell.
So can you, from the outside, can you see like a stand supporting?
Roll me a perception check. Yeah, that's right. There's a dice roll involved in this game.
What?
What?
The fuck? I'm
It's-
looking through a thing.
Well, it's quite
8.
8. Well, you're looking.
Perception.
You're looking.
plus 5.
Yeah,
13.
that'll be fine. No, there doesn't appear anything's holding this up.
Oh.
But the armor is positioned in a way that it looks like it was probably jointed together. It's like there's the helmet hits the breastplate, which hits the arms. So maybe it's magically held together. Perhaps it's just welded. They look like a
I
fairly.
was wondering if someone, say, could put it on.
Oh, look, if you go over there and play with it, absolutely you could see if it works.
Okay.
Yes, so other than that, there is a number of large banners, more like tapestries actually. They sort of depict
Different scenes.
different scenes of different historical things. They look like they're probably either purchased or taken from places, but they're quite long. The height of the room is about 15 foot tall, so it's quite a high ceilinged room. But these banners are probably about 10 foot tall and about 5 foot wide.
Hanging on the walls.
Yeah, hanging on the walls, but basically straight behind the statues and to either side the archway door at the end of the room, underneath the sort of the landing and the staircase that runs up sides.
And it goes both sides.
Yes, both sides. So it says staircase both sides. Above that, there appears to be 3 small windows, and there appears to be 2 doors on either side of the landing that probably go off to somewhere else. The room is quite dim. The lights from the held out bowls by the armor suits are very dim, even though you'd imagine it would illuminate quite a large space. Atmosphere's a little bit oppressive. It feels quite dark.
This is another fucking illusion.
Well, I mean, you would assume that you disabled that since you...
Yeah, I think we.
We pretty much did.
Yeah. Can I just check how long it's taken us to get down to the bottom?
It's been about 10-minute walk.
Well, we're
It
leaving.
would be, because you're going down a staircase, and it's quite a whole tight.
Yeah,
high
just
tower.
just need the time.
This whole building is feeling rather oppressive.
We better get a move on then.
Yeah, we should.
Just as
Well, we're heading down to the basement because we need to leave the way we came in to get on the boat.
Do we? We don't need to get into the boat. We can just leave.
Yes,
out
we
the
do.
door.
He said he would fuck off. He'd hang out for 5 hours or something and then leave.
Yeah,
If
no, but we
walk
can go
acro-
back to the tavern and just.
No, but if we walk out this
believe we're on
Wizard
an
Tower's
island.
front door and cross the bridge,
yeah,
it's kind of
it's
broadcasting.
kind of obvious.
We've been stealing shit.
Doodle pip. All right, well, down to the basement we go. So this is the main hallway, though, that you
Yes.
described to us. So if we want to find the doors that goes down.
There doesn't appear to be one.
Ah.
The only doors that you can see are the one straight ahead of you and the one on either side of the landing up ahead.
Describe those doors again.
There are, like I said, 2 doors on either side of the upper landing.
Does anyone else feel like we're going to have to go through that horrible veil thing to get out of here?
There are 4
Or
exits.
we could leave through the front door.
Jasper looks rather anxious to sort of move off. He's kind of like looking at all the heavily armed
Jasper,
people. Yes.
how are you planning to leave?
Depends, I suppose. Assuming you fellows make it out the front door, I'd probably just take the same way. Otherwise, I might just jimmy down the side.
Where would that leave you? On the outside of the building, yeah?
Yeah, somewhere in one of the gardens.
I
probably
don't
just
see
jump
any
the fence.
problem with leaving through the front door if that's how he was going to be leaving.
What about the boat?
What about the boat? We know where the
What about a
guy
boat?
who employed us to be there is going to be. So we just
we
go
need a
back.
way off the island.
Okay, well, let's have this conversation
What island?
later.
Aren't we on an island?
No, we're
No, you're in the
not.
middle of the city.
It's coming out of the city. It's
Why
all
don't we take
one
a boat
island.
here,
We're-
then?
Yeah,
get
because
round
it's
to the
on the
back.
edge of the island. It gets us in secret and quiet, but
Yep. I'm on
leaving
the
is
same
not
page
hard.
now. Cool.
I didn't
the
think
front door.
there's a front door. It's not going to be like, oh, they stole stuff. It's, oh, they're leaving that building.
I'm slightly worried someone will see us, but
I'm
not
also
so
worried.
that-
Ryland's point about
Which is
the
always
whole,
do what I do.
yeah,
which is,
I'm more worried about being stuck in this tower than I am someone seeing us.
Yeah.
Jasper's basically looking at you like
Jasper, just hold on a minute.
Hey Jasper, can you just open the front door for us?
anything for you. And he sort of just gets up and starts walking across
I
the
like it. Well
flagstones.
done.
Yeah, he's actually making a little bit of a show of it. He's sort of doing not twirls, but sort of just kind of like glancing back and moving along. Yeah, he actually goes up from the bookcases and just runs his finger along the titles and then kind of.
Jasper.
Get on with it.
Yeah.
All right. He gets to basically 2/3 across the room, and then part of the flagstone basically just erupts, and you hear a gunshot.
Is he okay?
He's fine. The flagstone in his foot has just basically ricocheted.
And from above you on the landing, you hear.
That's far enough.
And you see a rather elderly looking man holding a rather long, ornate looking rifle. He has a little one of those little sleepy caps, like the little pomp on the end of it.
Fantastic.
He's dressed in a rather thick looking, sort of hurriedly put on butler's uniform. He's
right.
rather old. He looks probably about 90 years old.
What I'm looking for here is single shot.
Yes, single shot.
Okay, harpoon him.
But he's not a. Oh, he might be.
He
He's
is.
just shooting at somebody who was doing a thing for me.
We are illegally
I was
in
gonna
the property
say.
of his
No. Yeah, and this is why we are killing the guy.
I'm going to knock the visor on my helmet down to cover my face.
Before anyone does anything else, you threw a harpoon. Can you please roll me an attack?
I regret nothing. It is a 6.
I think.
I don't know
plus-
what. Do I have to
What are
add?
your ranges on your harpoons, by the way?
How far away am I? Remember?
His
about
harpoon
70
is
foot,
30.
so-
Yeah, you'd be able to make that.
Yeah.
Harpoon +5 to the roll.
It would be on the extreme end,
It's
so
11.
it would be probably at
Being
a-
11
No, that.
Okay, so roll me another dice, please.
of
Of the same type. So yeah,
So that one was 11. And that
Oh,
one.
this is not a 5.
5 plus.
So,
5.
yeah, so
10.
10 or 11.
Okay, 10. The harpoon sails through the air and then just basically hits the banister, the wood, about a meter to his left.
Right.
And sits there and basically does that. I don't have a ruler. And he looks like he has a coronary for a second. He hurriedly starts trying to
At
reload,
which
but he's
point
got,
I say, I do apologize. Sorry, that was my reflexes. I just don't like being in a room where people shoot for no reason without announcing that they're going to do something first. Hello, good man. What can I do for you?
I have 3 more harpoons here.
My rolling was unusually poor that time. I will not miss a second, possibly third time.
Please don't take 3.
The old man's quite put off by the brazen threat in his life. He doesn't quite know how to respond to that, but he does respond, and he says,
What business do you have here?
What?
What business do you have here?
and he seems quite shaken. He's actually sort of still reloading, but he clearly has some kind of like, I wouldn't say disease, but
Which
it's like
He's old.
he's
Shaky.
shaky. He's got that old man shake on him, and he's sort of spilling as much gunpowder into the end of the rifle, which is still smoking, by
What's
the way.
Jasper doing?
Jasper is still in place, and
Holding very, very still.
he's kind of like, but he's also realised that the old man's reloading at this point. It takes him a moment, because gunshot, what are you doing here? Then harpoon, and he immediately runs underneath the banister and just goes flush against the wall.
Hello, sir. Sorry, we were just trying to retrieve our friend here. I point to Jasper. He's not all there, unfortunately. He found his way here. We're not too sure how, so we thought we'd rescue him and leave before he could do any damage.
I assume you're trying to persuade him.
Yes.
Okay, So you're trying to convince him. Roll a d20, please, and take disadvantage because you're heavily armed in the middle of the place. In the
May
middle
have
of the
thrown a
night.
harpoon at him.
So I have rolled.
He does not. He looks
Well, I
at you.
tried.
My dear, I have been around the block a few times, and I know a thief caught red-handed when I see one.
Under the banister against the wall, Jasper is looking at you, Nezor, and he's just going. He's mouthing, "What do I do?"
So I mouth back, just
Stay
hold,
there.
just stay.
Yeah, you just like raise your hand and sort of make the just stay there gesture. Okay, great. So this old gentleman is basically this crazy old coot with a rifle.
Is he still reloading?
Yes, he's doing, but he's kind of fumbling with it.
This guy is going to be reloading for 20 years. Should we just walk out the door while he does so?
Well, he has seen us.
He's
seen you.
He's not seen me. I've got
good
my
for
helmet.
you.
Now
I-
stuffing like the
Yeah, like
wadding.
we could walk out while he
Or
reloads.
we could kill the guy.
No,
And he's got the rifle out and he's now leaning it on the banister. And
I'm gonna be like, sir, my
Take it up.
companions
You go for
are
it.
going to do stuff that they will regret. If you fire the rifle, please
You
don't.
might. I won't.
I'm not. If we put down the rifle, that way nobody ends up getting hurt, things don't get out of hand, and we can go on our way.
You do speak some sense, but I think you completely misunderstand the situation.
We'll explain the situation.
Well, you're all thieves, and you're on private property.
I'm feeling like throwing another harpoon at you.
Well, I'm not a thief, but I do understand that we're on private property. I'm trying to leave.
You, all of you, turn out your
I'm
pockets.
gonna be like,
I have 100 of those. They're all filled with food. You can have some, but
Are you hungry?
I don't have pockets. That's the point of armor.
As my friend said here, we were just coming in looking for our friend, who is now cowering against the banister.
Because he's a bit mentally special.
He is very special.
he looks hurt when you say that about him.
He's not special. Don't.
It's special to me.
He is very special
He's-
to her.
A little bit perked up about that.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And
His
and
tail's
he
actually
just-
swishing behind the back.
He
of his-
literally, he just wants to leave. We just want to leave with him. I do apologize for the harpoon. Look, I will come slowly up and get it.
He's tracks the gun on you
I
now.
was slowly, just.
He's cocking the
nothing,
back of it.
nothing. I will not point it or throw it.
I assume you sort of.
slowly keeping his attention on me, walking up the
I think it's
stairs.
very important for us to establish where everyone is. Have you all moved forward from basically the doorway, or did you all
So
just
his aim is amazing because firing a rifle.
He
at
shot basically almost in front
So can
of
I
the
just-
doorway.
We're 100 feet
When
away,
you
yeah?
ask me where
100 feet
I've
from there.
moved forward next to the archway.
Okay,
Not that midway
You're
up.
crossing quite a distance at this point, but I assume you've been edging forward throughout the entire conversation.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's definitely seen all of us. I'm not small and hidden somewhere.
Well, you did kind of say I
offered
want to
him
turn out
some-
100 pockets.
No, I did
Offered him
say.
some
I did
lunch.
talk.
Dinner. Breakfast. Breakfast.
It's sort of dinner.
If you were actively trying to hide, the room probably would hide you because it is that sort of dim light, but it's not like you're not
Dinfest.
visible. Yeah. Like he's training the rifle on you, and he's
Yeah,
cocked it.
hold hands high in the air, like it's all good. Not looking to hurt anybody. Now, apologies for that singular attempt, but this is a friend. We're just trying to leave. This is no harm intended. We understand. We set your master. Is that what we're using here? We're not setting his things off unintentional. That was an unintentional thing. We're just trying to leave now. No harm was intended. We have not taken anything.
While he's pointing the gun at him, I'm gonna
Yeah.
walk towards the front door.
So the moment that you start to move, he reaches very shakily up to his throat and
Oh yeah.
He's pulling a chain out from his underclothes, and
Oh,
there's
good.
a whistle on it.
How close am I?
You are about, I would say, probably 20 foot away from him, but you're on the ground floor.
How close am
You
I?
are. Which side were you heading for, left or right? On
Right.
The, right.
So I will.
That's fine.
I will happily turn out the pockets. I will begin this.
Yeah.
Nobody else
Yeah.
move. I will turn out. I turn out mine pockets. There's nothing in mine pockets that are bad.
So while this is happening, he's looking to the right, yes? Because that's where the scan
Yes.
is.
Where he is, he can see everyone, but his attention is
Well,
drawn.
he can't see Jasper because Jasper is below him.
Yes, underneath him.
While Scan has his attention on the right, I'm gesturing Jasper to go to the left.
Yeah, he catches your hand gesture and he immediately moves.
Goes up hard against the wall and he's in the corner, basically where the staircase meets the wall. And he just turns his hands up like in a, what do you want me to do now kind of gesture.
Give him a thumbs up.
Okay, cool.
So I've done these are my pockets. And this is nothing is in our pockets that is in any way indicative of stealing. We have just thievery has not happened. We have just taken our friend here who got in here. We do not know how. He's crazy, and we are now removing him. Yeah, this is good for you and on us.
He's very incredulously listening to what you have to say, at least. But
Nezor's 100 pockets. We do call him Nezor of the 100 pockets. Most of them contain various meats. We do apologize for this, but this is you wanted the pockets turned out. This is what happens.
You may find some chicken wings.
So
Very few now.
very
But when you are
slowly,
cleaning tomorrow, you may notice more.
very slowly, one at a time, pull out every
Sensually.
single item.
Not sensual.
Maybe not sensually, just deliberately, one at a time, every item. And I think it was 3 chicken wings we had left.
Yeah, but there's a lot of ham.
Three chicken wings, like 20 pieces of ham that could probably fit 2 in a pocket.
is there anything else in there? Because I'm assuming you would have had like little, like maybe notes or something.
Yeah, like that. Like I have random pieces.
Just random shit.
Like it's where I keep my stuff. So I probably what have I got?
well, that's,
Whatever's in an entertainer's pack, I've got
Well,
stuff of that in
yeah.
there, plus some extra like cheese or whatever.
yeah, whatever's in your inventory.
Yeah, I don't think we ever formally said, but I think I only grabbed about 40 pieces of food. So
We've
only
thrown 8
40.
of them.
One pocket each. While that's all happening, Ryland, what are you doing? Are you just sort of?
I've just folded my arms. I'm just waiting to see how this unfolds. But I'm very aware of where my longbow is because I feel like if this does come down to a
Are you
shootout,
doing like the slow quick draw thing where your hands like?
I'm kind of shifting myself into a good position, but I'm not going to move yet.
Yeah, right. Okay, cool.
I don't want to provoke him unnecessarily.
Well, he's an old codger, isn't he?
As a point, the boxes are not in pockets, right?
No, the boxes I've actually stored against my chest
Yeah.
under my armor.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. So it's
So
like
my next sort of thing I go. So this was my friend Nezor. He has had nothing in his pockets. Yeah. Next we will be doing Clarence. Mr. Clarence here. This is Clarence Longbottom. He's a good man. He's tried to not get you killed this evening. He likes you. Clarence, you show them what is in your pockets. Yeah.
Clarence? And what's your name, smooth talker?
thanks, dude.
Mine is Scan.
Am I near the bookshelves?
Yeah, I'd say that you look, at this point no one's really kind of said where they went. But I'm willing to say you've all basically fanned out into a rough straight line.
My intention
okay.
is to, while they're talking, just sneakily put back the books that I've taken.
So
I showed him a book that I had taken.
Did you?
Yeah.
All right, well, if he can get away with it, I want to.
Yeah.
yeah, and
Careful, I'm like slowly edging as well.
He is still very much like
No trust.
no trust. Well, maybe a little more trust, but more the fact that you're doing what he's asked you to do.
Yeah.
I've got.
Can I be utterly clear? I'm telling him our names because I do not expect him to survive this encounter.
I very much do expect him to survive
for
this
you.
encounter. I'm emptying my pockets.
Jesus.
I've only got really like 2 small pouches on my belt.
Yep.
Carry
Pull
on.
them all out.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's my coins, like my actual money, the small golden press coin that I had, a couple of statues.
After a while he's like,
Yes, that's enough. And what about you, dragon?
Dragonborn, ignorant.
Well, thief's the same in any language, I suppose.
Fine. I show him everything except the 4 coloured books, including my weapons, very obviously.
all right.
This is my pistol, and this would be my longbow, and this is my battle axe.
I'm assuming you're sort of like striking the pose with each weapon.
Anything else you'd like to see?
He's a little bit nervous now that you've shown him all the weapons and that you're capable of using them. But he goes,
Fine. The elf.
Yes.
You're there by the bookcase.
Just quickly, please do me a sleight of hand check to see if he noticed you put the books away while this is all happening.
So I've got 11 and 5.
So 16.
Yeah, you beat it.
So he doesn't notice, and unless you're doing something else, you turn out your pockets.
So you're sort of just making like frog faces, like, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, there's nothing here.
I've never done this before. I've never been caught. Because I have never done this.
Don't say that so loud.
I've never done this before. I've never been caught. I've never done this. Good God. All right.
Make a great thief.
So at this point, the old man goes,
All right, where's the last one of you? Come on, I know you're hiding down there.
Jasper looks to you, Nazor, is like, what do I do?
I shrug, just tell him, like, kind of like,
But he, the shrug and the look, and he's just like, points up and then runs a line across his throat.
Does he?
and I shake my head and go, we can indicate that we've got this, and what he's saying is okay.
Does Jasper have? Jasper doesn't have the little security thing, does he?
No, he doesn't. We established that earlier when he was under the influence of the charm spell, that it would be a good idea for you to come back and get that later.
So have we revealed all the pockets?
Yeah.
Sorry.
We've gotten
Aside
to
from
Jasper.
Jasper.
Oh, but no, he has a bunch of other things, doesn't he?
Potentially, we haven't found anything. and-
He's looking.
Very nervous.
I kind of indicate to get everything out and drop it and then come out.
Drop all
So-
your shit.
You're gonna have to describe the motion because again, we don't record this.
Reaching,
It's pretty funny.
hurriedly reaching into pants and dropping.
The pants?
Dropping the item.
Nine! Don't drop your pants!
All right, so yeah, he's kind of a little bit like, what are you? Okay,
What is
sure.
it? What?
And he reaches into his tunic and he starts like pulling out daggers and laying them on the ground, and coin pouches, a number of necklaces, some earrings, what appears to be like a small set of his lockpick tools. Again, another dagger.
While he is doing that, I distract the man.
Right.
Okay, 'cause I basically just talk shit
Yeah,
at him.
just roll me a subterfuge.
See, yeah. Is it 17? Subterfuge is doesn't actually exist.
Sorry, it's a
so
deception.
plus 2 is a 19.
What are you actually saying to him? Like,
I'm just sort of drawing his attention back to me.
hey, look at me.
I don't actually know what he said last. I'm sorry.
Just take a few steps towards the stairs to go get
You
your
just
thing.
said
Well, I'm going a little bit more, and I'm
I
just
really
saying,
must
like,
insist
hello,
on-
yeah, this is me.
Okay.
Like, focus on me, not the man who is talking to the other man that you're interested in.
I give him the quick thumbs up again.
Okay, and then he's sort of like, so now what? But
And then
Am I mounting the stairs at this point?
yeah, you're about halfway up at this point, and he's been,
Hands still clearly shown.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a dragon circling.
Rosh's actually on his shoulders. He's asleep.
He's like, what is this? Yeah, fine, cool.
Yeah.
No.
so I gesture at I wait till he's as close as I think he can get without getting shot, and then gesture to Jasper to come forward.
So it says, yeah, here's our friend here. He's coming out now, Jasper, yeah?
Yeah, he comes out from underneath the stairs looking fairly sheepish and says,
Hello. Hi. I didn't expect to see you here. Hello, I'm Jasper. And he looks at you, throws you a dirty look. Stop dropping our name.
Don't worry, it's all good, it's all good.
But yeah, so he just sort of stands out and widens his arms out, and he opens his jacket pocket, and you see like a lot of looks like loops on the inside of it, and he reaches into one, pulls it out, and shows that it's empty. Reaches into another, pulls it out, shows that it's empty. The whole time, the old man's sort of like training his weapon sort of more towards Jasper, and you're still making your way up the stairs. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he then sort of lifts up the back of his jacket, turns around. Again, Jasper's sort of dressed in all black. Since everyone's attention's drawn on him, he's got the small little, like, sort of a dart-like tail. It's actually black, and it's coming through a specially made sleeve in his pants. So his pants actually have, like...
a third Trazalek. The old man sort of nods to himself and goes,
I suppose this is acceptable. What do you have to say for yourselves?
Sorry for the intrusion.
Yeah, we're really sorry. We'll keep our not very
Friend on a
smart
shorter
friend.
leash, yes.
That's racist.
I didn't say it was because he was.
How's it racist?
It's not anything to do with it.
Tieflings
He's
are
a
stupid.
tiefling.
It's just he's
It's
not
because he's a
very
thief.
smart. Sorry, Jasper. Sorry, Jasper. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Convince him to let you go.
I'm going to give you advantage to any diplomacy rolls you want to add on that.
Don't get me, I've got a 9 in charisma, so a -1.
I've got 15 in charisma. I'm
No,
pretty
well,
charismatic.
well, you've basically been leading the conversation. So
yeah,
you've
yeah.
basically.
So I'm trying to talk him down, yeah?
Yeah.
Do I have to enact the conversation? Or?
I would prefer that you did,
Just-
but
okay.
then see how the roll goes. So,
I
give
just-
us a
I'm
reason
waiting.
why he should let you go.
So you've got persuasion
Well-
as well, which you're good at. So,
What's funny is, yeah, well, okay. So this is no reason to. I'll roll the dice.
Yeah.
It's a 1. That's hilarious.
So what were you going to say?
I have no idea. This is that.
So you get
that
yourself-
accurately reflects my exact feelings in the situation.
I
I think you should let us go.
Can I step in? I've got a charisma of 16.
Please do.
Do you want me to roll?
go on.
I got a
Actually, no, I gave you advantage.
You did.
Roll
What does
again.
that do? Okay.
Sorry, not to cut you down.
6.
6 plus your
5.
persuasion, so 11.
Yeah, no, 9 plus 2.
What?
8. And my persuasion is this one. Yeah. 8.
Sorry, mate.
Yeah,
It's
I'm not. You just talk to her.
Yes. Go on.
still
Go
gonna
on. Go
stab
ahead.
the
So
coach.
it's just,
Am I just gonna?
yeah.
So, friend is he's not very
Wait.
smart.
Can
but
I?
he's a
Can
bit,
I? Can I?
Of course.
I do
please,
apologize. I should raise the
please.
hand. Where is she?
Where is she?
I'm near a bookshelf.
Yeah, she's near a bookshelf.
Which side?
I think you said to the left.
Look, as far as I understand it, it goes from left to right. Abella, Ryland, Nezor, Clarence, who's a little bit in front of you, and then your self-scan at the top of the stairs, or near enough to. Oh, and then Jasper's a little bit further ahead of you, Clarence, but he's situated sort of more to the left-hand side between Abella and Ryland.
Anyone else want to make any adjustment? Well, no, there's no real adjustments. That's basically how it all is, isn't
Basically,
it?
yeah, while he's talking to him to scan, I'm going to start edging towards the front door again. Because if he goes to blow that whistle, I can open the door and at least be like, this is the way out.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so what was happening? You were saying something?
Our friend is a bit special in the fact that he's not very smart in terms of he doesn't really understand boundaries, but he's really good at getting into places he shouldn't. We've had to have a few of these rescues, unfortunately, as it were. We're not too sure how he's gotten in or disabled that. I think you said there was a security system. Yeah, honestly, we couldn't say how he's disabled that. We've just come up and found him here.
You know, that was actually a pretty good story, so give me a roll. Let me see if this works. I should say this...
With advantage, or
No, just straight up. Because after that clusterfuck of an explanation...
Yeah. 17.
Okay.
Well, my dear, if this is true and it's all a misunderstanding, I think in either case, the Archmage will want to speak to your young gentleman there about how he so easily bypassed his security.
Look, I know this is asking a lot, but I don't think he'd do very well in any kind of judicial system. And unfortunately,
I'm slowly
he would.
edging.
All right.
And I'm also walking towards the front door still, slowly. Like, very...
Which one of us?
He's in general.
Guys, the nice man is just trying to figure us all out.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh,
So what I
unfortunately,
am
he
going to
doesn't
do now, I'm raising my hand. I'm just making a command decision on this point. Ryland is what I shout.
Okay. All right. What's your...
And I throw another harpoon. No, you are doing a great job of distracting him.
Okay.
I really don't want to shoot.
all right, so, all right.
I want a harpoon.
I imagine once we get out of this building, that's when the harpooning was actually
You know
planned
what?
for, not the decrepit old gentleman.
Look, I don't care. He's being irritating and obstructive. I've inadvertently revealed several of our names.
All right. So, Ryland, first of all, I want to know what you do.
I think I pull the longbow out and put an arrow and draw it.
Okay,
I
so you're not
don't-
firing.
I haven't fired it.
So you knock it, no worries, and you throw your
I
harpoon.
throw a harpoon.
Roll me an attack.
Fucking 8.
And
plus 5.
Plus 5. 13.
So 13.
The harpoon misses him by a hair's breadth.
Could you stop
I see.
missing?
I know, please fire the longbow.
He's not in the habit of shooting old men unless they're actively trying to kill me.
How close am I? Like, I know I rolled very poorly again and again and a fucking again.
He's
but-
got 14 armor class.
Yeah?
Yes.
He's got some sort
So
of magical shield.
You need to roll a 9 or higher.
Yeah, I noticed.
How does he react to having another harpoon thrown at him?
I imagine he fires a rifle at me.
Yeah.
Actually, he sort of just spins.
And clutches his heart and goes. And in a last desperate gesture, brings the whistle up to his mouth and makes like a.
Whip, like a half peep on this thing and then just keels over backwards. He had a heart attack.
Did anything
Yes!
change?
How much did we go with a little peep of the whistle? Is there any changes since already?
Does he actually blow the whistle in a effectual way?
There was a noise. Old man is now dead.
He's not yet, and I'm going to go resurrect him.
Okay. Look, I'll let you go and do a healing spell if you like, but in terms of narrative, he had a fucking heart
The
attack.
number of times I've tried to kill this guy and failed, and then he died anyway. You're going to bring him back
go
to
stabilize. I'm going to basically run up and stabilize him.
Sure. Okay. Well. Okay. On that note, you hear the sounds of the balls that were being held by the armor, and all 6 of the armored statues come to life. There is a blue flame within the Centurion-style helm that ignite. They step forward off the plinth they're on in one lockstep.
And just so you're aware, as they step forward and kick the bowls that are spilling a fiery liquid, you notice that the room gets a little darker.
They, as one, move their heads at a different target.
I would like to draw my battle axe, please.
Yep, sure, no worries. I think we should all roll initiative.
There's D20?
D20s, yeah.
22 for me.
12. So it's plus initiative plus
11.
Plus 2, so 14.
14
+7.
plus 2. So I rolled a 14.
You rolled a 14? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, wait, sorry, can I just check?
19.
Yes.
22.
22. And what was your roll? 19 originally? So it's 22 for scan. So you're tied. Who has the higher dex between you two?
Probably him.
17.
Yeah, 16.
Okay. So 1, 2. What was your roll, Abella?
23.
23. Okay. Abella seems to be going first at this point. And yourself?
11.
11. Okay. All right. So it's the order is going to be Abella, Scan, Clarence, Jasper, Ryland.
I'm going to be like the second last to move.
But because you're already knocked, I'm going to give advantage for the first attack because it's literally just
you use
rig-
your bow.
If you use your bow. If you don't use it, you won't get advantage.
Abella.
How high are the bookshelves?
The bookshelves are roughly 15 feet.
I'm gonna climb one of those.
Okay, roll a dexterity check with advantage.
You've basically got a ladder, but it's full of books. So,
Yeah. Yeah. So I get a 12.
yeah, sure, you get up to the top. That's no problem. If you rolled a 1, you might have had a problem, but
Good.
you didn't. So yeah, you're at the top of the shelf. You.
I'm going to stay here.
All right.
Ranged weapons.
I don't care.
Climb speed's half of a human. Half of your
Shit
move
can't reach
speed.
me up here.
Sure.
So you can move half of your climb is half of your move speed. So 15 feet is as much as you can climb in one action.
And the ceiling's 15 foot tall, so.
So that's fine.
Yeah.
So you're basically up, perched up the top. All right. So next on the order is Scan. What are you doing?
I'm feeling like harpooning.
Some.
9. Some armor that is moving. So to confirm, this armor has taken one step forward
Yeah.
and
turned
pointed its heads. Has it moved further, or like
No.
how fast?
But this is all. Yeah,
This
this
is
is all
a second
happening
by
sort
second.
of. This is sort of a simultaneous action. That's what combat's
right.
like.
Yeah.
Just so everyone knows, a single action or turn in a fight is 6 seconds in real life.
Okay. So yeah, this is I think a harpooning moment.
Roll me some dice.
This is a 13 plus
Yep.
with a 5 to 18.
No problem. Yeah, that hits. No problem. Absolutely.
Excellent.
No
And
problem with
this does a 1d6 piercing.
that. Yep, sure, no problem. Okay, so let me
Rolling
just write
6. This is a 4 piercing.
4 piercing. Okay, no worries. So the harpoon.
And this is at the one that is attacking Clarence.
Okay. Yeah, sure, no problem. So the harpoon flies down. I'm assuming you're aiming for like the neck or the
Face.
face. Basically, you almost threw this directly downwards at the thing. It clangs, dents the side of it. Doesn't appear to have done much more damage than that, and the harpoon itself clatters to the ground nearby.
How close to me is it?
It's about 10 foot away. So basically, the harpoon is hard up against the side of the staircase. Cool. Was you going to do anything else? I think you have a movement action, and
I will move towards the stunned body of the man.
no problem. Okay. Frosh is quite confused. He's like, you're getting that from him. Like he's suddenly perked up and is quite like, "Whoa, okay, what's going on?"
How tall is the...
Banister. No, how the height? It's 10 foot. It's the same height as the tapestry.
Clarence, it's your turn.
What is the distance from where I am now to get up to where the butler is?
There is a suit of armor between you and the staircase. You would have to literally go from the middle of the room to the right, 35 foot, up the staircase, probably another, say, 15, and then to the right. Unless you're wanting to, like, climb the tapestry or run to the right.
Fucking attacking old people. No, whatever. The thing at the bottom of the stairs
Oh, he's old. We shouldn't kill him.
wasn't attacking us. The
He was
thing at the-
firing a musket!
We broke into his house.
No!
If it was...
I'm not having this
If
argument
it was
with you.
my house you broke into, you would be a fine
Yeah,
paced
but-
across the
I think-
floor.
Yeah, but that's different. That's your house.
This is unproductive.
While I'm yelling at him, I'm like, yeah. While I'm yelling at
This
him,
is not your house!
I'm swinging two-handed my warhammer into the
one that's coming.
thing that's right next to me. Just
Yep, sure.
The one I just hit with the...
Yes.
Yep,
Yeah.
cool. All right.
Like while screaming at you, you don't attack old people.
I did! I clearly missed him twice!
Your skill isn't a question here; it's your motive. That's a one.
So is yours, my friend.
Yeah, that's a one-time miss.
Okay, yeah, so you spin on the spot and the hammer
Yes.
just sort of misses. You
Yes.
misjudge it. It's a dark room, I'm not
Once
surprised.
again, I am not surprised why all of your friends have died.
Oh,
That cuts a bit deep.
Question my motives.
I think calm it down.
What? That makes no sense.
You make no sense.
Ryland, what are you doing? Apart from like, what the fuck am I
What's
trying
wrong
to
with you people?
I'm enjoying that insult.
Okay, I already have an arrow drawn, so I'm just going to turn and aim for the eye
Yep.
of the suit of armor nearest to me.
Yeah, great,
Because
okay.
you said they had blue flaming eyes, I'm
Yeah.
aiming right for the eye.
Sure, go for it.
11.
11, so
Plus-
13.
Yep, you hit. D8 piercing?
Is that, which one's it? So +4 to whatever I roll, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Okay, it's 9.
9, fantastic. Ryland spins on the spot, just lets go of this arrow, it flies right into the visor slot of this thing and basically buries itself on the other end. You hear a sort of scraping of metal and almost like a mechanical squeal. And it sort of pitches forward very slightly and then rights itself up and looks directly at you. Arrow still coming from it. And now little gouts of blue flame are coming from the front door.
This is fantastic. I mean, it's terrible.
I thought you did it.
Are you saying that as you
Voice.
actually...
This is great.
Yeah.
So is that me done?
Have a move action?
Yeah, you have a move action if you'd like.
So I can move?
Yeah, so you can move. You can close the distance easily.
Will my action move, meaning I can swap weapons, so I can swap out my longbow
Yeah,
for my
that's
axe.
what's called a free action. You can actually do that at any time.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I swap for my axe and I move towards the
Close the
opposite of armor.
distance.
Yes.
Great, no problem.
I'm about to fuck some shit up, by the
Yeah,
way.
no problem. Okay, so
Also, quick question: can we see from where I am? I see the old man still on the banister?
he's disappeared from sight from the ground level.
Fuck's sake!
Jasper, he looks over towards where his daggers and such are, and he looks at the large metal man that's now standing animated nearby. He rushes over and attempts to slip past, incorrect attack. And it immediately lashes out with its left arm and basically throws a punch which clocks him on the side of the head. And he takes 9 points of damage. He sort of stumbles to the side and continues his movement around and gets to where his daggers are. Goes down, both hands, grabs them up, turns and faces his armor, which is still watching him. Now, we'll start with the armor closest to you, Abella, the one that's sort of between the bookshelf and the staircase. It has watched you basically climb up very skillfully and starts making its way underneath where you are and starts sort of grasping towards you. Roll better than 4 on a dice, you'll be fine.
10.
10? Yeah, you're fine.
Dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
She's
Awesome.
dodging it, so she's got.
Well, she did really well then.
Well, look,
Shit,
it's...
even better.
Yeah, well, I mean...
She dodged it so much, like it wasn't even there.
Because I'm so great.
So yeah, the armor basically clunks up underneath you, looks up, reaches forward, and then does a sort of hop in the air, sort of reaching and grasping for your legs, and is unable to hit.
Ha! Take that.
Yep. The armor that Ryland speared through the head starts to move towards her, and as it does so, it lazily brings its arm up and tries to do like a punch downwards into your head.
I'm going to dodge, obviously.
Yep. What's your AC?
16 plus 2.
16 plus 2. So it swings and it barely misses you. It brushes past you. It's surprisingly fast for something that seems to be so clunky. It really throws its force behind that.
Is there some sort of counter-attacky sort of a thingy, or is it a...
It's no, because it's basically, unless you've got particular skills, I believe, you can't parry.
Right.
You can do things like a parry, but I'm not sure
The
if
fighter
those
gets
things.
in later levels.
Yeah, later levels and things like that.
Hey, if it hasn't done me any damage, I'm not bothered.
No, as it's followed through with that swing, though, it lashes out as it passes you. So imagine this thing's bringing the swing down, it stumbles past, and then it throws out its other arm and sort of tries to catch you on a backswing, swiveling on its post.
These things get 2.
Yep.
Fuck me.
So your AC is 18, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, no, both swings are sort of very
I'm going to fuck this thing shit up
badly
so
coordinated.
badly.
And
It
yeah.
has no idea what the fight it's just picked.
Nezor, the one that's in front of you, just looking straight at you, reaches out with its arms and starts to clunk towards you and attempts to grapple you. Contest that roll, please.
Dexterity.
So 15.
That's no problem. Negative 4 can't catch 15. So it reaches out and stumbles past you as you nip past it. Actually, an interesting thing to know about your class, your race, I believe you can move through squares with larger sized creatures because I think you're classified as small.
Yeah, I believe.
Yeah, you are 3 feet tall.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you can actually, which is probably why it wasn't really successful because it's trying to grasp downwards. But, okay, so no worries. Yeah, so it misses and you sort of just, I guess you run through its legs. One that is opposite you, Scan, at the bottom of the stairs, is actually going to start moving up the stairs towards you quite deliberately. Now, Clarence, the one that has got the rather large dent on the side of its head is going to make a move towards you and make a swipe. So it sort of brings its fist up as the other ones did and sort of follows through. What's your AC?
18.
1 second. You take 2 points of damage.
Yep.
It hits the shield, I'm imagining. It glanced off and copped you on the side somewhere. So it wasn't a direct hit. And then it follows up with the other one, which it brings up and tries to slam in, but it's unsuccessful. Oh, sorry.
need to-
Nezor.
I
My
need
God.
to do things.
No worries. Okay, go
I
ahead.
mean, I'm small, but I'm important.
Yeah, so you're currently, like, staring down this gigantic metal armature. What do you want to do?
I pull out my guitar
Let me play you a song.
and I cast
to my little friend.
Time for some modern jazz.
prestidigitation on the fire in its eyes.
Okay.
To turn it off.
Turn it off. All right. Yep, that happens. It's still moving.
Where am I in relation to it? Like I'm basically right underneath it.
Yeah, well, you're basically looking up at its chest plate. It's that close to you. I will say, however, that it does seem a little bit less sure of what's in front of it now that you've done that.
Okay. So its eyes were important.
It may not necessarily rely on the fire. It might just be a visual effect.
Yeah.
The thing might operate independent of that. But what I'm going to say is because it was an interesting idea, I'm going to give you advantage on any attack you do on it this turn, and it's going to have disadvantage on any attack.
Well, I don't think
It does
can
next
do an
turn.
attack
You
on
could
it.
potentially move away and use that
Yeah.
advantage to not be hit.
That's pretty much what I was planning because I think that
Sure.
was my one action.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we'll do.
So I move. If you're saying kind of
It'll
in
have
front of it, it's
disadvantage.
disoriented.
Yeah.
I will move. Well,
He throws a piece of meat on the floor and
I guess-
surfs it.
Ham's surfboard.
where So I'm off to the side, it's in front of me, and the statue's behind.
Yeah.
So I move kind of back towards the statue to try and use it as a form of cover.
Okay. So you're gonna move.
Is there a base on the statue? So
Yeah,
basically my thought is, can I hide somewhere in the statue where it can't reach me? Is it a full block statue, or is there a space
it is like
between its
okay.
legs?
It's a statue, but you could describe it as a sculpture in the sense that it is not
but-
just a single block that's been carved into a shape.
Yeah,
It's
so is
actually got,
there
like,
a space
gaps in
between
it.
its legs that I could fit in?
Yes.
Cool. I
It's
moved
quite
that.
cramped though, so just so you're aware.
Yeah.
You would have to do a if you can just roll me a quick acrobatics check to make sure you get in there without any difficulty.
7 plus 2 plus 11.
11, that's fine. Yeah, you managed to get inside. So yeah, it's a little bit snug, but you slip through a gap between the crying woman's arms. You've tucked yourself in nicely. Okay, so a wind picks up in the room. The tapestries, they start to move a little bit in the wind, and it's making your clothes flap. It doesn't appear to have any kind of origin, but it's definitely blown through.
Whereabouts are the tapestries again?
Either side of the bookshelf, and two are either side of the door.
Cool.
Then we're back to the top. Abella, what would you like to do? You currently have this piece of armor just going, looking up at you. Yeah, jumping rather ineffectually.
I'm going to bring my feet up nearish, like so I'm kind of a bit more
You're
that
tucking
way.
yourself up.
Yeah, and take out my sword and try to like one-handedly swing at it.
Yeah, sure.
That's a disadvantage roll.
Yeah, that is going to be a bit of a disadvantage for you. 2d20s, and then pick the lowest number.
So I've got a 15 and a 12.
Okay, so add your attack for your rapier, which is your strength. Oh, although actually it's a
Rapier's
rapier.
dex.
I was going to say, with the rapier though, you do roll your dex, so
Oh, that's good because that's a 7 instead of a 0.
great.
So that would be
20?
22.
22?
and
Yeah, absolutely hits.
19.
Great.
Yes.
So roll me some damage, please.
4.
4? No problem. You get a +5 for your dex, I imagine.
So it's 9.
How do you want to attack this thing? It's looking up at you.
Like
and
it'd be looking up and I slash kind of sideways on its head, so I'm imagining the
you're
visor
ringing
and
its
I
bell.
go, right through the middle.
Yeah, great. It's very significantly dented now on one side, and the head is sort of skew-iffed. It looks like it's been bent in on one corner, but it's still active. And it's still reaching for you in this sort of robotic way. So, Scan, you have this large apparatus.
Moving towards me.
That's it. It's about 5 foot away from you at this point.
Right. I'm going to go towards the prone body of the dude and grab the whistle from around his neck
Sure.
and stomp on it
All right.
and attempt to break it and therefore break the spell is my thinking.
Sure. Just roll me a d4 damage, please.
A D4.
Yeah.
2.
2. Yeah, that's fine. It crushes under your foot, but nothing appears to have happened. Back to the storyboard.
That was a nice idea.
Yeah.
You're shaking your head like you had a better idea.
Oh, so every time they need to turn off security, he smashes the whistle and then has to have another one made for him in case he needs to turn it on.
Yeah, but I didn't know the whistle blow to turn it off. Like, I figure if I blow it again, maybe they'll just act more. I don't know the exact what needs to happen to the whistle, so I
So
figure...
you decided to destroy it.
Yeah, maybe that's the key. Maybe that's...
Breaking everything is work. It works.
It
Well,
doesn't
it has
not
worked
work.
so far.
Like, it's not going to left us in any worse position because none of us had to turn it off by blowing it. I don't need this from you right now.
We wouldn't be in this if it wasn't for you. So
Any of us
You
die.
and your surly behavior, like, we're in it now. Let's all deal with it and then move on, shall we?
I just love that you two are just still shouting.
deal with this.
What did you expect? I don't know!
And then we'll deal with the next circumstance, which is being partied with someone who murders old people and then crushes the
As a
only
point,
way
I
out.
didn't murder the old guy.
You
as a-
scared him to
I
death.
failed twice to murder the old guy. Ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted you to know that Clarence and the dude who is playing him are a dick. Do I have an attack or something? Or like
I don't think you have a ranged option at this point.
I have pistols.
Oh, you do too.
Yeah, I've still got 2 shots, motherfucker. Bam!
Yeah. Cool. So you draw your pistol.
But I've already moved.
Yes, you have.
Yeah,
So you
okay,
will not be able to move any
shoot
further.
the fucker then.
Yeah. The harpoon is not too far away from where you are actually at this
No,
point,
if I
but
had
that's something
pistol.
for you to worry about.
Yeah, that's later.
Yep.
So that would be a 14 plus my. Is it my attack bonus?
Yep.
So 19.
19 hits. No problem. Okay.
then-
Roll me some damage, please.
10. 6 plus. So 11.
11. No problem. Okay. It's. Where did you shoot it? In the face?
Again, I'm aiming for the face. I don't.
Yep.
I'm not seeing another sort of more
No worries.
obvious vulnerability.
The bullet goes in through one of the slits, and the helmet spins on its head, basically. But shaking of the helmet stops. It sort of rights itself up, and then the head sort of starts spinning.
I'm
back
feeling
towards
like-
you.
I tried to turn them off. I don't know.
No worries.
Maybe we shouldn't have tried to
Maybe
kill an
we-
old person.
Oh, well.
You know what? I don't need you taking his side right now.
I was trying to talk to him.
So was I. He wasn't
I was
listening.
going to intimidate him.
Listening to
But no,
me.
you just had to flat out give him a heart
I just had
attack.
this argument where Ryland's like dodging a really slowly attacking piece of armor. Everyone's going.
And I'm just off in the back, just carrying
Playing
it, going,
a guitar.
what the fuck? Can't hide you.
Yeah. Clarence, what are you doing?
Alright, I'm
you're
going
smart,
to. Well, I can't turn it off because the whistle's being shattered. So.
How would you have? Out of curiosity.
Blown
what
into
was-
it!
I didn't want to turn on more things.
There doesn't seem to be many more things to turn on. Yes, don't make this personal, Josh.
I'm not. That's why I'm out of character.
Okay.
Are you in character?
Who knows?
Dive into the.
If I move
place.
up the stairs,
Yep.
I can technically. Yes, cool. I can
Don't
use.
forget, you'd be disengaging.
Bring the
I don't
dude
care.
left
That's fine.
alive again.
I am exactly doing that. So.
I killed him for a reason, or not, as the case may be.
So I'm going to use 2 movement actions
Yep.
to move up the stairs
Yep.
so I can see the guy, then my bonus action to cast Healing Word to heal the old man.
All right. Sounds good to me. You can do that off your bonus, yeah?
Yep, it's a bonus action.
Great, no problem. All right, well, we're going to have to set up an attack of op as you're leaving.
go for it.
No worries. That's not going to hit at all. So this thing makes like a rusty, like, metal
It sort
on metal
of
noise.
reaches out and I slap it
Yeah,
away with my
yeah.
shield. Healing Word, he gets 1d4 plus my spellcasting ability modifier,
Yep.
which is 7 plus another 3 on top of that.
Now, I'm curious, does this
10,
stabilize
13.
him, or is this...
Yes,
this
it stabilizes him
Yeah,
and
and-
it gives him 13 points of health.
Right, which would wake him up, I imagine.
I hope so. I imagine he's got
That's
more
really what
health.
we're playing on
Yeah,
now at this
Just
point.
more health
And
now than he did
punch them in the
before.
face.
Yeah, he probably has
Still
more
my
health
turn?
now than he did before.
Yeah, no, he
died.
absolutely did, like, by a magnitude of 10. No, he would have...
What did you do?
No. Scan. The old man actually goes and just sort of like comes to life next to you, and he's just there's no frame of reference as to where he is, and he's just as far as he's concerned, he's basically staring up at at the man who was throwing harpoons at him.
And I'm also going to
Yeah.
say, don't you dare!
It's a quart, I'm out of harpoons.
Oh, harpoon!
Wait, here's one.
Pulls it out of his ass.
Yeah.
Found another one. What? How do we turn these off?
Right, I have to roll initiative for the old man.
Why did you wake him up? Slash, bring him back to life.
Slash unkill an innocent.
It was not innocent. He shot a bullet.
We broke into his.
You
I'm not
fired
having this
those bullets.
conversation with you at this point in time!
This is not relevant.
While they're arguing, Jasper has sort of put himself quite close to the door, and this metal thing is coming towards him. He's going to actually dart in and try to take out its kneecaps. Like basically from behind, cut the tendons, sort of jump through and do that. Unfortunately, attacking a piece of metal doesn't really work the same it does in an organic body, and his blades actually bounce off the shins as he tries to dart in. He spins out and is basically dealing, goes, a little help, please! And we'll go straight to Roland.
Ryland grasps her axe firmly with both hands. It stiffens.
No, let's not make this the erotic.
No. I'm curious to hear more.
Keep going.
Hands on the table, everyone.
Okay?
No.
Okay, so I'm going to grab my axe,
Yep.
both two-handed blow, aimed at the joint between the head and the shoulder.
Yep, you're going to try and decapitate the thing?
I am going to try and decapitate
Great, if
it.
you just roll me an attack, please.
So 14 plus what?
Strength.
Your strength.
So
Attack bonus 5? Yep. So I rolled 19.
Okay, great. Can you do some damage for me?
Which was a D10, sorry.
I believe it's a D10 with your
Yes,
axe.
this
That one. So plus 3. Come on, baby. 2. 7.
7 points of damage, no problem. So yeah, you bring the axe down at an angle.
I do apologise. 5.
5 total. Okay.
Oh, no.
It's
Oh, yeah, 7. Sorry.
yeah,
7.
you get there.
okay. No worries. You bring the axe down into its neck, into the metal, makes a big dent, and you hear it basically scratch and scrape as you reef it through. This thing falls to its knees and just falls apart, collapses in front of you.
Oh, yeah!
FTW.
Beautiful.
Okay.
No problem. Was that all you're going to do? Or are you going to move?
What, is this thing not moving now? It
No,
is
it's
disintegrating?
completely on the ground.
Okay,
split
which
again.
one is closest to me?
Probably Abella's.
Abella's. All right,
Yeah.
I am going to move towards Abella's
Right.
dented one.
Now, I guess you're technically flanking. So yeah, should you decide to attack it next turn, I think you get advantage for flanking. Great. Okay.
Take their heads off, guys!
Yeah.
Gentlemen and lady, Abella.
I'm trying.
Aim for the throat.
Can't reach it from here.
Treat them like zombies, okay? We got to sever the spinal
I
column.
shot the head.
Okay. So the one that was attacking Abella is going to notice that you're near it, Ryland, and momentarily distracted, it's going to lash out and try and hit you. Does a 19 beat your armor class?
18 is my.
Yeah, no problem. So that does 5 points of damage.
Oof.
As it basically brings, it sort of swivels on the middle part, like its chest plate where it meets like the lower half of the groin plate. It sort of swivels and just brings its arm out and clotheslines you on the way through. And then as it spins around, it is going to try and bring the next attack on through after that, but narrowly misses you. It basically does like a double lariat, trying to take you out. Hits the first one, misses the second. Nezor, the big piece of armor that was near you, is just scanning around trying to find you at this point. But it does start to move past. It's going to try and look for you.
Yep.
Can you please, it's not particularly good at that, but can you please roll me a stealth check? I'm going to give you advantage on that because it is quite a tight spot and it's not particularly
Okay,
seen.
that's good, seeing as I rolled a 1.
You get to re-roll ones anyway.
Yeah,
You
you're a
take
halfling.
Halflings get bullshit.
Fuck yeah.
I hate halflings.
Let's re-roll that one and then take. So that's much better. 19 plus 4, 23.
You have to roll the other one.
Yep.
If you want, you might roll 20, I don't know.
Close, but no.
19 and 23.
So 23.
23.
Okay, no problem. So it
Nice.
just stomps past, sort of looking for you. It does not look like it's in good particular shape. Scan, the one that was near you halfway up the stairs, that you would have,
Shot
you'd be
in the face.
yeah, you would basically be behind it, Clarence, since you
Yes,
moved up the
we've
stairs.
now flanked it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's going to turn on the spot and start moving towards you.
Good.
It's turned around, it's going to move 10 foot down towards you, and it's going to take a swing and try and hit you. Does a 13 beat
No.
your armor class?
Not even close.
That's going to hit, and that's unfortunately a 20. No worries. So that's 6 and another 6.
So they do 2d6 damage with
No.
a hit. So you then roll the dice and dabble it. So
Okay, so it's double 6.
Oh, just okay.
So I rolled 6 on both.
Yep.
So it's
So
that
12
plus
and
2,
I'm
so
unconscious.
14.
Oh, okay. I'm well unconscious.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, so this thing turns around and just brings a metallic fist down on Clarence on his head. And it's a nasty bone crunch sound. And Clarence topples backwards. It's a bit of a dark turn.
It's a good,
Does anyone else
good
have
silence in the
healing
room.
spells?
No.
I was hoping you'd fix me up, man.
I was planning to.
Are you okay?
I'm so sorry. I literally rolled a 20 and then a 6.
Yeah, no, it's just my next character's not going to be a healer.
All right. Well, here's hoping it
If
doesn't
my
happen.
character dies, that's.
That's it.
That's for the
There ain't
character.
no respawns.
I don't lose Rylan. She's cool.
Yeah.
So was Clarence.
The one that's near Jasper moves in and basically does much the same thing. Tries to bring a large fist down on him,
Hopefully he dies. I want him to die first.
but misses on the first swing. And as it tries to bring the second one on, connects. So it brings a fist downwards, misses, and then lashes out with the other arm, sort of sideways, and hits him, and does 7 points of damage to him.
He already took 9.
Yeah. Well, he goes flying backwards.
And the healer's out. We're all fucked.
But fortunately, the dude that he was so worried about killing is fine.
Good.
There's an irony in that. I hope you appreciate.
I do. I very much do.
So, but nobody cares about Jasper being just fucking like
Not huge. We were vaguely. Well, no one's
Yeah,
convinced.
but
so he hits the ground and slides a bit, and he reaches out towards Abella and sort of,
Fuck off. You can't do that. He's like...
Yeah, he can.
No, if he's dropped below 0, he's unconscious. He's dead before he touches the ground.
This is the dungeon master.
they're
You
also
can't talk to
dead.
him like that.
Go on,
well,
go on,
Clarence,
go on,
Clarence,
go,
let's
go.
just, Clarence, you can do exactly the same.
I
That's
refuse
fine.
to. I hit
No,
the
not
ground.
the innocent old man.
I hit the ground, and before I die, I flip off stand. This is your fault.
Good. Finally, you're joining all the hundreds of adventures you've led to their deaths.
No, it's just this time the stupidity is Clarence instead of the person who deserves it.
All right, let's tone it down, guys. Nezor, it's your turn.
It is my turn. There's no more metal machines.
No, we've done them all.
Okay. Can I just check how?
Oh, actually,
What
no,
about the one attacking Clarence?
No, the one that well, it moves up past
Behind
Clarence.
Clarence.
He walked up to me, punched
that
me
was
in the
mine.
fucking head. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
So the one behind Clarence is literally just going to walk straight past your prone
You
corpse.
should really enjoy that one because it was the one that was attacking me. Oh, wait, you wouldn't like that at all. That
I was going to say
more.
So okay, so it walks past and it completely ignores Clarence.
Why?
Because he's dead. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, badly injured.
I'm still breathing.
So yeah, it goes up the staircase.
You're gonna hope I die. Because if I don't, I'm gonna cripple you.
You're the healer.
Yeah, he can cripple you. Then he'll
I'm innocent.
do it all over again.
He'll break your knee and then heal it, but heal it badly.
Yeah, I'll heal it not quite good, so when it rains.
Oh no,
it'll
I'm a
ache.
pyre with a peg leg. Whatever.
No, it'll still be attached.
Anyway,
No.
moving on. It clomps past Clarence and is basically not parallel, just behind the other one that just hit Clarence on the
They'll
head.
both come after you.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Nezor, your
You
turn.
don't have an axe.
Can I just check how
I do have
far?
an alive dude who might be able to stop them.
Can I just check how far away the one that's next to me is?
You know that scene in Alien?
Yeah.
Where the alien leans in next to it and she's
Yeah.
crying? That's basically you right now.
Okay. Cool.
Sounds like the proboscis, but pretty much the
No,
same.
I'm imagining him with the Bricklebuscus.
I cast Thunderwave.
I'm dead.
Nice. All right. Read us Thunderwave. What does that do?
So it's a wave of thunderous force sweeps out from you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you must make a Constitution saving throw.
Right.
On a failed save, a creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away. On a successful save, it takes half as much damage and isn't pushed.
Okay. So it must take a Constitution check, which is a +1, and that is a 10.
13 is the saving throw that it has to beat with Constitution.
Yeah,
So
so
you
that's
don't
okay because
roll?
I rolled 10.
Yeah, so you don't roll to hit.
Yeah.
I have to beat it.
Yep.
And then it's just the damage, whatever it is. So it's
Yeah, so
1d8.
2d8. 2d8.
Oh, 2d8. And then it's moved 10 feet.
In the direction it's originating, so it'll hit the wall.
So it's literally pushed from. Yeah, so
Yeah,
if
where
this
you
is
are-
it's pushed whichever direction would be appropriate.
Yeah. How are you affecting Thunderwave? You hitting a mad thrash on your
very specific.
Oh wow! So you're
noise.
actually going to make like a specific note,
Speci-
like the brown note.
specific either chord or melody for
That's
each one,
fucking
depending
awesome. I
on what I want.
love that.
Awesome.
Yeah, cool. Go on. So you just like. I'm thinking
Yeah.
of the fucking guy from El Dorado,
Yeah, pretty much.
but with far more concern on your face.
You gave me loaded dice.
Do you need an 8?
I do.
I can make.
Yep. How much damage?
5 and 3, 8.
8. Okay. So yeah, no worries. So you did 8 damage.
8. 8. It specifically does say
Thunder.
thunder damage, so
Yep.
I'm assuming
Nice.
a metal object of some
Yes.
kind will
Yeah.
take more.
Yep.
From either more or
Be particularly
Something.
susceptible.
Yeah. Well,
to
this
it.
particular thing, like it's. I'm just thinking about it
It would
because.
seem like it would be easier to hit it because it's thunder, thus an attractive object.
Well, it's Thunder's sound, but
No,
But still,
not in
vibrates.
this.
Okay.
Thunder just counts as like even lightning damage is thunder damage.
Right. All right. No worries. Okay. So yeah. So you hit it with a sick chord and a wave of force comes out, but it's rock. How do you want to describe it? Actually, that's the effect.
Jazz.
Progressive jazz.
I'd say.
what the music or the actual.
No, describe what you do and what happens.
So I play my
Riff.
my tune for Thunderwave, and the thunder and lightning and sound, because it does also make sound, which is
This is a thunder wave.
so it all just blows out from around me. It would the other thing to remember is it's a thunderous boom audible out to 300 feet. So
Yeah,
if
I thought it was sound.
Yeah, but it does do the thunder damage. So that
Yeah.
erupts out from under me, hitting the roof,
Yeah.
hitting everything.
So
anything that is
within 15 foot.
anything within 10 feet that's not tied down also gets knocked away.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit. All right. Okay. Yeah. So the
Let's do the armor.
yeah. Well, the armor goes flying into a wall, and it crashes into the bookcase. And
Okay.
breaks the shelving, and it falls on its arse, and all these books tumble down over it.
Yeah.
It's still active, but it looks somewhat stunned, and you can actually hear a dull ringing coming from inside the armor. So it's hollow, and it's basically just echoing around in it. So, see, like I said, it seems very disoriented. The statue that you're hiding under, because it's what's the specifics of it? It can't move anything larger than medium.
No, it just says, in addition, unsecured objects are, that are completely within the area of effect are automatically pushed 10 feet away from you by the spell's effect.
Okay. All right. So this thing, you're hiding under it. It was facing towards the door you came. So I'm just trying to. It flies back, upwards and aloft,
Yeah.
backwards from where your hiding position was. So you basically go bang, and the statue itself flies back and basically hits the archway. The archway actually doesn't budge, but the statue was sort of in the same shape, which is crying, but propped up against it. The sort of curtain on it, it's more like a film than a curtain. It doesn't actually have free movement. It's to the frame. Appears to be rippling, possibly from the sound that you've just created. Interesting. Okay. So that's the end of that turn. Oh, wait, sorry, the old man. Sorry, did you actually no? Did you want to do something? Did you want to move?
Yeah, I think I'll stay where I am. I don't see any reason to move towards anything or away from anything at the moment. Like I'm dealing with this one thing at the moment, so I'll stick with it. I think if anything, can I just check these things? Can I just cast them as much as I want, or is there like a limit?
No, it's a spell
Oh,
slot.
it's like
limit.
so then you
You've
rest
used-
or something.
Yeah,
Thunder Wave, I believe, is a spell, so you'll have 2 cantrips and 2 spells
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, and
Spells can
charms-
only be used once per rest.
Yeah.
Cantrips as much as you
Yeah, cool. In that case, I'll swap my guitar out.
Dust yourself
for
off.
yeah, well, dust myself off and grab out my rapier.
Yeah, sure. You'll notice that the statue that you were hiding under doesn't actually appear to have been attached to it. Looked like it was resting on the plinth as opposed to actually being attached to it. Okay, the old man is going to do much like what Karen is at present, and he's going to feebly reach for the rifle that's on the ground next to him.
He fucking shoots you right in between your eyes.
I'm using him as a human shield. Good, well done on the whole reviving.
Picks it up and spins it towards you and fires. Oh. Rolled a
Did you just
fi-
roll a 20?
No, I rolled a 5.
That's my armor save is 18, so...
Yeah, no, that misses. The shot goes wide. You feel a fucking bullet go past you.
Does it hit one of the things?
No, he was sort of aiming from the ground
okay.
upwards. That's his turn.
Good job, old man.
And
thanks for that.
and
You deserve everything you get.
When I say, how do we turn them off, he's going to say, I blew my... Oh, shit.
God, I hope so.
the tapestry between the bookshelf and the staircase near you, Bella, appears to have sort of wind pushing it, but then actually there's no sound or noise or anything like that. While Ryland and the piece of armor are in combat below you, this thing is actually moving quite rapidly as though it's almost prehensile.
The curtain.
The tapestry, yes. It appears to be maneuvering, and then it sort of rears up and lashes out towards you.
Ah! What the fuck?
What's your armor class?
16.
16. It misses. It
Good.
sort of slaps against the side of the bookcase. It doesn't quite hit you. It's sort of like just above you. But notice that it sort of almost suctions itself to the bookcase. Like you actually see sort of like the imprints of the books, and then pulls along the bookcase as though it's trying to trap something, much like a squid. Like a squid tentacle or something like that. It's
like
not
a kraken.
Yeah, it's trying to like smother something.
Curtain cracking. Awful.
Yeah. But it's missed you.
Good.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I'm
good.
starting to wish that you had hit the guy.
I know, right? So am I. I
right.
did try twice.
Yeah. Okay. So then that's to the top of the order, which I believe is
Isabella.
Abella.
So she begins screaming uncontrollably.
And that's it.
So first we'll be like, watch out for the tapestries, guys!
Any other helpful insights, like how to turn these off?
I don't know, maybe try the with. Oh, wait.
I don't need this from you right now.
What I would do is probably. How far away is the armor she's attacking?
It's directly below you.
Cool, let's focus on that. Just take a good old swing seat for the neck joint. I think, yeah, jump and swing. Like,
Ah!
Great.
Tag team!
Yeah.
yeah, buddy. Woo!
Fantastic.
Almost fell over.
All right, roll me some attacks. I'm going to give you advantage because you're attacking from a height and it's already flanked.
Cool. 14.
You can roll again, you have advantage. Just pick the highest one.
Yeah.
Ah, cool.
Yeah.
Good. 19.
Yeah, it hits. No worries.
Yes.
It's a shame. Okay, so yeah, roll me some damage, please. No worries.
3.
3 plus your dex, which I believe is 5.
Yeah. Dex bonus is 5.
Yes, no
5.
worries. Cool, so that's 8 points of damage. Describe what you would do and how it has its back to you and it's preoccupied trying to hit
Yep.
Ryland.
I'm holding the bookshelf with one hand.
Yep.
And I drop down, as I do, swing it across my body towards the neck. Just go whoosh.
Straight through?
Yep, straight through.
All right, no worries. Okay, yeah, the blade basically runs straight under it and knocks the helmet off the top of the armor piece.
Awesome.
It immediately drops to its knees and sort of falls apart in front of Ryland. Fantastic.
Yes.
Guilty.
Great.
That's a
okay.
good high five.
Yeah. We should have done it in front of the mic.
I would have got it.
Yeah. Scan, what are you doing?
Regretting
Remember, you
everything.
basically only have one ranged pistol left because you have to reload the
I
bloody
know,
thing.
I know.
So, yeah.
My thinking is more towards this old man might be able to turn these things off. Probably not because of the whistle's destroyed at this point. I'm sort of tempted to run past him and bludgeon him in the head with my cudgel.
I will remind you that the harpoon you threw is still stuck into the banister. That's not too
I'm
far.
wanting to remove the head of one of the two things that are near me, both of which have been already struck in the head. The rifle's been fired.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I can only kill one of them maybe with this round, and I've got two.
Yeah.
If I run away from them.
Yeah, you harpoon the one that's behind the one up the top.
So if I
shot the other one.
if I threw the harpoon at one of them and then ran away, that's a legal move.
You'd have to do a strength check to remove the thing from the banister, but it wouldn't be hard. It's only in
Wood.
wood. It's not particularly difficult.
Oh well, I'll do that then.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember which one I did more damage to. I threw the harpoon at one of them and hit it.
Yeah, they're looking roughly as bad.
Round
as
about
each
the same.
other.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Brief that harpoon out, I guess.
Yes. What do I have to?
Just roll a strength check. Beat 5. It's not
20.
hard. Yeah, great.
That would have been a really good roll for literally anything else.
Yeah.
Pull it out, and it multiplies. You've now got 2.
I have 8 harpoons. And now I throw this harpoon.
Yeah, so you reef this thing out in one hand and just throw it.
Dead shit. Okay.
Yeah, roll me some attack.
That's
Roll me some damage.
7 plus. Is it? So you say
Yeah,
my
you-
dexterity, so +5 or plus?
It's +5 plus your proficiency. That's whatever your bonus is.
So
plus your
to
proficiency.
attack, you add +5.
Yeah.
So, it's your
12.
dex +2, yeah. So 12 to hit.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it sails straight past the one that you were aiming at and hits the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about fucking right, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then I run away from the pair of them.
So yeah, just roll me a quick dex check. It's the old man's on the ground here. He's gonna make a grab.
15 plus 5, 20.
He reaches out feebly towards your foot and tries to grab you. I'm assuming you like kick him away.
I just jump him
Yeah. And you scarper down to the other end of the
towards these two.
Yep. Oh, you're
Strength
gonna
in numbers. I just don't have an ability. I don't have any weapon that can remove the head of a thing.
you're gonna vault. You're gonna vault the parapet.
I wasn't planning. I'm just towards them. I'm
Yeah.
going. They're on the left side of the room. I'm on the right, and I'm
Yeah.
trying to.
No worries.
If you want to race across to the other side of the balcony and head down the stairs.
Cool. Yeah. No worries.
Okay, Clarence is next in the turn order. Please roll me a death saving throw.
So I rolled a 1 on my death saving throw,
Oh, okay.
which means I get 2 failures instead of the 1.
Hey, look, man, that's on you.
Oh no, I'm not putting it on you. Don't worry.
Such camaraderie. Okay. Yeah. No worries. I have to do Jasper's saving throw, and it's you got a success.
Oh, lucky fucker.
Roll
And
the
20. If you roll a 20,
You come back to life.
no. If you roll a 20, he stabilizes and gets 1 HP.
right. Yes, that's right. I forgot about
Yeah.
that.
And if you roll a 1, you
Yeah.
get 2 fails.
Yeah.
It's a little bit difficult to remember these rules because just the different edition changes. Okay, Ryland, your turn. To either side of the bookcase where Abella currently is, there are 2 animated tapestries, and around your feet are the remains of the foe you just slew, and Abella is standing behind you, much the same.
Can I attack and retreat?
Do you have any long range weapons?
I
do
still
have
have
your-
my bow,
Yep. You can pull that out and
so I could shoot some shit.
Yeah.
absolutely you could.
If I'm standing at the base of the staircase, am I in range of the tapestry?
From where you are, Abella is absolutely in threat. It could reach out and grab her. You are just outside its range.
How many arrows can I fire in one turn?
As an attack action during combat, only one a turn.
There are 2 damaged
It's
ones
the question,
already.
folks. Am I feeling lucky? Am I feeling lucky, punks?
Yeah.
Because I can move away and then I don't have to worry about the tapestry. But if I don't kill the thing that's killed,
But you're not near enough to the tapestry to be hurt by it.
No, only she moves towards it.
Yeah.
Okay,
stay
so I
where
can
you are.
shoot at the robot.
Yep.
Armor,
The
sorry.
armor, yeah.
I can shoot at the
That's
armor,
okay, just call it a robot.
which
That's
won't kill it, and I know that. Ryland would run
Ryland's in the
towards
heat
the
at the
one
moment.
standing over Jasper and hit it in the neck with her axe.
Fantastic. Is that what you
Yeah,
like to
it'd
do?
be
Yes.
the closest thing to be able to smack.
I'm not worried about a fucking tapestry. I'm
Yeah.
gonna kill this suit of armor.
Batter up.
Okay. batter, swing, batter. Okay. Pray for me, guys.
I can't.
Oh, yeah.
I'm dying.
Maybe you shouldn't have rolled so poorly.
Oh, shush. I've had enough from this side of the room.
14
Yeah, okay, that hits.
plus attack bonus of 5.
Yep.
Makes it a 19.
Great.
Yeah.
roll me some damage.
D10. I never remember that one's the D10.
Yep.
Well, that one or the one with just.
Okay. Moment of truth. Please
Yeah.
don't be your 1. 9!
Oh, very nice. And
Plus-
plus, yeah.
5.
So, you sort of skip in, bring the axe sideways, and just knock the helmet off things.
Swing, bada.
Yeah. It goes flying across the room, hits one of the others on the staircase.
Topples forward, narrowly missing Jasper.
Pieces of it just shatter everywhere.
I've been hanging out for this shit.
Visits, man.
Where was the accent before?
Visits, man. Well, I'm not in character. I will be in character now from now on, but I wasn't.
That's it. I don't have anything else yet.
No, that's cool. Great.
You are welcome, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
You are welcome.
Danke
Very well
schön.
done.
Do the same trick again for these ones. My aim appears to be shite this evening.
Okay, so just going over to. No, the armor gets its turn now.
Yeah.
Okay.
The 3 remaining ones.
That's correct. Okay, so the ones on the staircase.
They're pissed off now.
From the one that got hit by the helmet, looks momentarily at the one next to it, and then looks back up towards Scan.
And starts walking up the staircase.
The other one turns around on the spot and starts walking down the staircase and starts moving towards you,
It's gonna
Ryland.
die.
And completely ignoring Clarence.
What about the old man? He's between me and the one that is walking towards me.
Yes. He's still prone and is actually trying to pick up the little gunpowder
Smushed.
satchel.
Ah, the gunpowder.
Yeah. The one that's been knocked over by Nezor gets up and sort of just not erupts, but sort of just stands up, and all the books that had fallen on it and pieces of detritus fall off it. And it
Looks directly at you, Nezor. Raises its hands.
but it is looking significantly battered, and it's actually got a depression on the front of its chest where the armor looks like it's been bent inwards.
But it spends that much time trying to pull itself out of the rubble that it does not attack you this round.
The one that was near the old man that was going up the stairs just walks straight over the guy, just steps straight over him, and continues walking towards you, Scan. The one that was coming down the stairs doesn't get close enough for Ryland to actually do any damage.
Fuck yeah.
Nezor.
I don't think I want to attack it because if I miss, it
won't kill you.
It's gonna fuck me up. I'm going to move towards Ryland and Abella, kind of around the veil.
Yep.
Join the
but
killing
cast,
machine.
A little fuck you magic at it?
Yeah, cast Mage Hand on it to grab its ankle and trip it up.
I really like that idea. It's the kind of out-of-the-box thinking that I really want to see players do, but I don't think Mage Hand has enough force behind it to be able to affect a piece of ambulatory armor. It's a big piece of heavy armor that you're going to have to try and trip, and I'm not sure you can do it. It'd be like a kid trying to pull an adult's leg.
I'm just going to move towards Ryland and Abella.
No worries. You can double move, and we'll say that you run up between the two.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
So,
We'll keep you
Nezor,
safe, little man.
so you've just seen, by the way, as you're moving, you're watching Ryland basically go bang and just fucking
Yeah,
knock this
be like-
thing into 6.
That's where I want to be.
Yeah. Right.
Not with the half elf that just can't hit shit.
All right. So yes,
If we get desperate, I've got some books we can throw at things.
the old man.
I'm about to get desperate. I got 1 round left.
The old man goes next. He stands up using the rifle as a crutch.
Is he now between me and the thing, or the
No,
thing
the
is
thing
between
walked
me
over
and it?
The thing is between you and him. He's almost behind it, like as in
He would
almost
be, though.
standing right next to it. But he actually uses the gun he fired as a sort of a crutch and starts hobbling towards the other end of the
Landing where Clarence's prone body is, and he's going to get away from you as quickly as he can. He gets about halfway. And with that, it is now the tapestry's turn.
Now, Scan, you will recall that there is a tapestry hanging directly below you.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yes, so there is suddenly a tapestry in front of you, well, rather to the side of you, the banister, it's just this wall of fabric, and it swipes towards you. What's your AC?
18.
Yep. It narrowly misses you.
Excellent.
And does much the same thing where it's almost like watching a vacuum pack on the. It sucks in and sort of then slowly draws itself back down to where it's hanging from. Then back to the top of the order. Bella.
I'm going to pop away my rapier, switch to my short bow, and shoot at the one that Nezor just ran away from.
It is a little bit unseemly as the DM to say this, but you are all new players, so Clarence is currently bleeding out on the staircase with a head wound. You might want to do something about that.
There's the one that's on the.
Shut up, dead Clarence.
Yeah, shut up, dead Clarence. I want to say that for many times from now.
Shut up, dead Clarence. No,
He's not dead yet.
I'm not dead yet.
Don't be such a baby.
All right. Okay. Anyway, so I will point out that Clarence gets his death saving roll this turn. If he rolls less than 10,
Then I am dead.
yeah. Then he really- unless someone runs over and stabilizes him, which is possible, but you will have to get past.
It's not possible for distance.
that's
You
fine.
won't make it in time. You won't make it in time.
I didn't
and
know that
then
was an
it's
option.
my turn.
I do apologize.
Yes.
Yeah, had I known that, I might have tried.
You would have had to have run through the
two suits of armor.
So there's no way I can do that.
Nope.
No.
Oh.
You could double run over to him and be there just in time to comfort him if he's passed
Throw
away.
a chicken wing at it and see what happens.
I see no reason why not.
Could
lands in
Nezor
his
get to
mouth.
him?
No.
Yeah, not.
No.
Okay, so this is 70 feet.
Okay, so here's what you do, Tristan. Don't roll lower than 10.
Roll a 20.
Turn into
Yeah,
a
do that.
halfling, re-roll that one.
Just gets, I like, throw my hand at it, access scan, just,
You're aiming for the old man!
So what are my options in terms of the armor?
The armor, you could shoot the one that's on the middle of the landing, or you
that
can
going
shoot the
for?
one that's
Me.
Yeah, or you can shoot the one that's heading towards Ryland.
That's just stepped onto the bottom floor. The one that's advancing on Nezor is currently obscured by the statue he blasted up into the air.
Ryland's got this shit.
Hey, you don't know that. I could roll a 1.
Fucking smashed up
and
Jasper.
have your brain shattered.
Yes,
Your
but
ass.
Ryland
Ryland
killed it.
So
disassembled
there's only
Killing
two.
it is murder.
Oh, but obviously I
You
can't.
can't
reach.
see
So the
Nezor.
one that's heading towards me, is that the one who
Gotcha.
tried to kill Clarence?
No, that's the one that punched Clarence one time and then-
Once and murdered me.
Which,
No, sorry, he missed you the first time when you tried to
Oh,
disengage.
no, okay, sorry, yeah.
It was
so
mine-
that was the
it was
one
mine that
punched
killed
me and did
Clarence.
2 points of damage.
It's the one that scanned through a harpoon at and
And
actually
hit. I was the first person to hit one of them.
Yeah, but it
I
was
tried to
also your
help
third
you.
harpoon.
Appreciate that.
It was also your third harpoon, which technically didn't exist.
Yeah, no, I wrenched it out of the ground.
which
Come
is the
on.
more? What are the damage kind of specs on both of these?
They're looking pretty bad.
Have you lost any damage yet?
Nope.
Cool. I'll shoot for the one going for Ryland. Thanks.
Oh, for fuck's sake. She hasn't lost it. Oh, actually.
Yeah,
She's
ah,
got
5 points, yeah.
damage.
Yeah, all right, no
I'm
worries.
injured and I'm still kicking ass.
Roll
Yeah, no,
your
I'm
dice.
healthy, but I'm not kicking ass at all.
D20. Stop,
I'm still keeping
stop
that
doing the
just-
I love you face at me. That's weird.
I've got a whole range of faces.
Yeah, she has,
They're
you
all
have
the
no
same.
idea. Variations on a thing.
Yeah, kind of variations like teeth and like weird face. That's 8 plus what's that?
8 plus your
attack,
yeah,
so
which is
7.
7,
Oh, unless you're using the bow.
which is what she's using. Roll me some damage, please.
That's 8.
What does the short bow say?
Short bow.
D8 piercing.
D8
Yeah,
piercing.
1d8 plus 5.
Yeah.
That was
7, it was a good
I
4.
got a worse roll, so that was 4.
4.
4 plus 5.
4 plus 5. 9. So where were you shooting it?
That show kind of where the nose would be to the neck joining kind of area.
Okay. Yep. No worries.
Lowest is
Yep.
the clavicle.
You shoot it just in the hollow of where its throat would be. It stops, reaches for where it would be, and then sort of falls apart and lands forward.
Yeah!
I had it first.
Fighting character. I'm so happy.
Great. Wow. Go you. That sounded really. Yeah. Go
Yeah, I
you.
did. Yeah.
I actually
Pretty
meant that.
patronizing, Dick.
No, I did the same thing, so I can completely. I'm going to
Yeah.
take this as a compliment. Thank you, man.
No worries. Scan.
I'm gonna pull out my pistol, my last weapon.
Shoot yourself in the head.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Oh, actually, can I see Clarence?
Actually, from this angle, you
Wake
kind of.
up!
That's
Wake up!
No, that's fine because you miss me like
Yeah, let's be
everything
honest.
else.
Let's be honest, I probably will.
You can see Clarence, and
No, I'm not going to shoot Clarence.
I was going to
Probably
say
heal
also from
yourself.
that angle, you could probably see the one that's shambling around behind the statue that's been lifted off the plinth.
It's quite a ways from people, though.
Yes, it is.
The other one is quite near me.
Yes.
Also, it's
I'm-
the tapestry, if that assists.
Yeah, you're
I'm-
you're in the danger zone between the two tapestries at this
Danger
point.
Yeah, I'm shoot and move. So I'm thinking shoot with my last pistol round
Yeah.
at the one that's coming towards me.
Yeah.
Again, same facial area.
Sure. Maybe you'll actually hit something.
Maybe. Let's find out.
Doubt it.
17. Fuck you
Yeah,
guys.
that hits. Nicely done.
You have
Finally.
disadvantage for being shit.
That's without adding my modifiers, which I think makes it 22.
I'm afraid Tristan. No, I'm I'm afraid he's right. No.
Three consecutive misses.
how much
grants
damage?
That
Disadvantage.
would be a 10.
Yeah, roll a d10 and then add your dexterity, I believe.
That one. 8 plus my dexterity is 13.
No worries. How do you dispatch this foe?
And it was again sort of this
The head?
neck of the woods, yeah.
Yeah,
Literally neck of the woods.
Yeah.
Shoot it and make its head go.
That is my thinking.
Yeah. All right. So
That is what I want to have.
okay. So
Is that like a spinning gesture?
You never watched cartoons as a child.
yeah. So
Oh,
you
yeah.
sort of just you strike the pose. I imagine. Yeah. Fire out at this thing, and the bullet hits the helmet, then puts a hole through it, spins it like a top, and as it spins, like it sort of falls to pieces and actually falls over the side of the banister. Bits of it hit the ground.
Finally,
Like one of the Three
welcome
Stooges.
to the
apparently.
party.
Hey, I've hit these things 3 times now.
Have you killed too much good, was it?
Yeah, look, I don't happen to own a battle axe.
Ooh, did
You might inherit a
Ooh,
hammer.
good
You know what? I believe it's Ryland's turn.
You know, I have no move.
No, sorry,
yeah.
that's Clarence's turn.
I now have a move, yeah? 9.
That's a 15.
Oh, very nice.
I'm not dead
Not
yet.
dead yet, but can I move towards him, please?
Yes, you may.
In mine action before he does his roll.
Yes, you may. However, you will have
He can
the
do.
tapestry. I was trying to be nice, but no, it's a creature. So it's going to get an attack of. Oh, okay. So how does 16 do versus your armor class?
18.
18. Okay. So this thing again swipes at you, flips over, and basically you duck under it before it manages to catch you in its swipe, and it does much the same thing where it sort of like does like a vacuum seal, and then tries to pull you in.
And I run past it. Now,
Yeah.
my place that I'm running to is a place where tapestries
Yeah.
can't get to me.
Okay, so you're running between two tapestries.
So, because there's one
on both
there
sides.
and one's there, yeah?
Yes, that's correct.
And so I'm trying to get to Clarence.
Yeah, so you would either have to run.
In reach of a tapestry.
So but he's not being attacked by the tapestries.
Until you come over here.
Do you want me to come and help revive you?
I can't say. I can't. It's you, man. It's all you.
I'm feeling like
Shut up, dead Clarence! He's not dead yet!
Oh my goodness.
Look, I don't know why you're upset. The old man is fine.
No. You're welcome to. My only concern is when it tries to attack you. I'm in the area. If it hits me as well, then it counts as a crit.
Yeah.
For damage, and I just die straight
Look,
up.
I won't help you then.
You're
That's
more
fine.
than welcome to, and I will give you a pat on your shoulder
in heaven.
And a
in
punch in the
character
face.
if you do. And
Love to. Well, I am heading in your direction.
But he goes.
Do I have to run the gauntlet of another one to get to him?
Yep.
No, let's do that then.
Yeah. All right. You will. I'm going to say if you're doing. Oh no, you've already
What
done
about
your
the old
attack. You've
man?
done your attack though. The old man is currently legging it.
Yeah, but not
Very
very, quickly.
slowly.
Yeah.
He's heading where?
He's heading towards the door on the landing because there's 2 doors, one on each end.
The one we've come
There,
to, or the one we were
so
heading
he's
to?
heading to this door.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm willing to say that after you dispatch the armor, you're basically going to be able to catch up to him. You actually won't be
That's
in
sort
danger
of where I'm
the
heading.
tapestry.
Like I'm wanting him to not leave, but I'm also heading towards Clarence.
Yep.
I'm feeling like I wasn't going to get to Clarence in this
No,
turn anyway.
no. But that's another turn. You probably will.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, why not? The second tapestry does, however, attempt to reach out and grab you. That's the best result. But instead grabs the old man. And the old man has half a second to go before it's wrapped in this thing, and he's vacuum sucked to the floor, and you just see him sort of get pulled along the thing, and it's just like, but it is just, yeah, it's like, it's crushing him against the floor.
It would know.
No. No, I like this result.
It would absolutely know.
Shut up there, Clarence.
It would, okay, it would know if he was still wearing the whistle.
Yeah, it would. My will is done regardless.
You know, I didn't want him to die, but this is just great.
Well, the thing is, he's not dead because he's still making noise. He's just
Is it quiet squealing?
It's like something not too dissimilar.
I like you're just sitting over there, Clarence, just shaking your head.
Well, he's unconscious, so that's probably just a nervous tick. It's a death throw.
That's him rolling a 15.
No, you rolled a 15.
Okay, now I will say this: the thing drags him over the banister, and then sort of rolls the bottom of itself.
What happens to his rifle?
It's in the banister with him. And it sort of rolls itself in him, and like you wouldn't be able to see it from your angle, but Ryland, you'd be able to basically see this thing latch on her, and then it's almost like it rolling. You know how they roll people up on carpets?
Yeah.
It's almost doing that with him, but it's writhing, and it's just sort of
The audience can't see Ryland's face, but
Yeah.
it's
Horrible.
okay.
Absolutely.
And all the time you can hear this old man going.
Now here's the question, do I kill the last thing or do I try and rescue this dude?
Okay, well, neither of you saying this because this happened like that.
Wait. So while I did this, I'm saying, Ryland, let us walk on the red snow.
Okay.
I'm still mad at you!
Don't care. It's red snow walking.
Red snow walking. All right. I
Please can we give
believe
the episode Game of Thrones-esque names?
we'll come up with something.
Red snow walking.
It's currently Jasper's turn, so he's going to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Is he gonna be okay?
Yeah, he's looking a lot better. He also succeeded his roll, so that helps.
Good.
Yay, you're not gonna die!
I'm like,
No, that's Jasper. I'm like
Jasper.
hard dying.
Yeah. No, he's like.
there was a nasty crunching noise. Didn't you hear it? I heard it.
God.
Mine
Yeah,
was
Jasper's still
head
splayed
trauma.
out with his arm towards where you were.
Oh, that's so cute.
Nezor, it is your turn.
Yes.
What about the armor?
The armor moves towards you, but is in
There's
otherwise.
only one armor left, and
It
it's
sort
yours.
of clanks in a very broken fashion around the archway, and is heading towards
also-
you, Ryland.
It knows who the real threat is.
Yeah.
Where are these? I'm just trying to see where
Knowing
I
my
am
luck is
in
gonna
relation
hit me in
to
its turn and I'm gonna
these
die.
You got a bow.
tapestries.
I'm actually near my
What?
javelin.
I'm just trying to see where I am in relation to the tapestries, but they're all there.
You're not in range of any of the
Yeah, no.
tapestries.
I'm gonna stay where I am because I'm assuming once we've got rid of this,
Can leave.
yeah, this suit of armor, we can just all run the fuck out.
Can you get to Clarence?
You could probably run at a bit of a Scotch pace, but you probably wouldn't get there.
I wouldn't get close.
I'm close.
On the upside, you probably wouldn't be attacked by
I'm
tapestry.
getting.
Oh, wait, no, you would be.
I'll be
Yeah.
at him. I'll be to Clarence before his next roll.
Yeah.
Just no one kill the last suit of armor before I get there.
You can't charm it. You've already used that.
No, I'm.
Thunder roll.
This has been like, what, 4 turns? This has all happened in about
Yeah.
less than a
seconds.
minute. 30
Like, I
seconds.
almost wish
About
this was a
24
movie just so
seconds.
I could see my character.
Yeah, I know. I'm imagining
Act
this
someone in the head across
filmically.
the
It's
room.
really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm tempted to do is just cast Mage Hand and push it near a tapestry and see what happens just to get some more information.
Yeah.
But at
What are
this
you
point,
This could be a trap.
yeah, at this point, I don't know if
think
that's going to do any more than what we've seen from the old dude getting
They're
hit.
trying to kill us. You're saying it might be a bit of a trap.
I think I'm just going to move into the middle of the room
And sit and.
and be ready
Okay,
for
that's right.
anything that may happen.
anything.
I
Okay.
don't think there is anything more I can do.
The old man
constructed
struggles
that.
and stays in the rug.
Does he lose hit points? Is he like?
He is
Is he being-
currently moving less, but he's still moving.
Okay.
It's just and and that's about it.
That's pretty funny.
All right, so it is, I believe, Arbella's turn.
Can I see the one that's shambling towards us?
Yes, you can.
I'm going to fire my bow at him.
Absolutely, please do.
I got a 4.
And I believe you 7, so that was what, 11?
Yeah.
Sorry, not good enough. The arrow flies wide. It's pretty close to the archway, so it actually ricochets off that, and just the angle's not right.
My turn?
Yes, Scan, your turn.
Do you want to move or anything?
I'm good.
Okay.
She's gonna
I'm going to go to
my buddies
Clarence and say, wake the fuck up!
Okay, to stabilize him, you need to roll me a medicine check. Just check the skill to see what bonus you get.
So you get a +3 to your medicine check,
Oh, it's lucky it's him. I'm -1. He's
Yeah.
fucking dead.
and then roll.
Yeah,
20?
Yep.
it's very British. Fight until you die.
1,
And then die as
sorry.
you roll.
Sorry, did you say a 1? Yeah, that's not going to do it.
I tried.
No, that's
No,
fine.
that's fine.
That's-
Well, you're also
It's
what you described.
potentially
Let's the
not
fuck up!
Back up!
And you hear a really sickening crack in my neck,
Did you hear that?
Back up! Oh dear.
Back up!
and that's a 5.
And that's him dying.
I'm dead.
No, re-roll. He can't die in the first adventure.
I think
It's
that's pretty funny.
it's
It's amazing, but
we can see it as the
Horrible.
mentor dying.
Just to
in
think, this is the
fire, you fools. Yes, I will come back as Clarence the White.
Oh,
Just
what a
comes-
He is black, yeah, okay.
Comes down.
Can we?
We developed a rapport.
I know you hadn't.
Just come
We
down.
developed a rapport.
We
it
were
was
both
not
smoking
healthy.
earlier. We're sharing a pipe. We're having.
This is the hardest lesson, but it's the most important lesson that Clarence needed to teach you. Don't trust this fucker.
Don't trust the one that led everyone to die.
No,
I
don't
led
trust the
you-
one that can't fucking hit anything.
I killed one of them
Lucky.
and hurt another one.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll wait. I've
I'm
killed
just,
two.
Please,
I'm
just
just
finish
thinking.
the third.
I'm just trying to think. I think this is the first character kill I've ever had.
Can,
I don't think I've ever
can we
actually
have
killed
like
a player as a
miracle
DM.
roll? Can we like have a miracle
No,
roll?
I'm liking this.
Where if we all roll over 10 on a d10, he's miraculously brought back to life by the power of our love?
Sadly, not how that works.
I'm going to roll this just to roll below that 4. There you go.
20!
9. I rolled a 4. Sorry.
While he's shaking me, there's this
Wake up!
like, wake up! You hear this horrible crack, and then
Oh no! He's hurting more! Wake up! He's defecating himself!
I'm
Wake up, Clarence!
not only myself but you.
Give me all of your money!
Well, you can probably just take it. I mean, he's
Oh no,
dead.
guys! I found his will! He left everything to me! Including his bad
some
nights!
way.
Oh, just 12
He's got
gold
magic.
pieces!
Does he have a magic killing spell?
Stop
See,
trying to think of a way out of this.
I'm not
This is
trying to
fine.
think. I'm actually a little bit like
Stunned?
punch drunk from this. Like, I'll be completely honest with you. Like I said, I don't think I've ever
It was
actually.
you who rolled the dice. Oh, then you who rolled the dice. It's not my fault.
I'm not blaming you at
I tried.
except for dragging us into this instance that was
You know what?
unnecessary.
I don't see a way. I didn't see another way out of it, to be honest.
The guy was going to let us go.
He was not.
Hey, is it my turn?
I guess. No, it's Jasper's turn. Fuck,
If
alright.
he lives and I die, fuck that
He
guy.
just lived.
Fuck that guy.
He can be
What
the
did he roll?
10.
Fuck that guy.
he can be the noob.
No, isn't that a...
I'm not playing him.
10 or higher, I think.
10 or higher.
But that's his third positive roll.
It's kind of lent in your favour.
We don't need him.
It's
We
like-
need him. Who's gonna heal
I would
me
argue
now?
we don't need either. I'm just
Says the guy who hasn't taken
so
damage yet.
negative.
Also, it's
Well,
like
then you can use your magical healing powers on me.
it's a pity. It's like I had this great ability which gives bless. It gives a plus 1d4 to every roll that 3 people do
That would've been
in
good.
combat.
Yeah, it would
Yeah.
have been very useful.
Yeah, it would have.
Why didn't you do that?
Because I got punched in the fucking head.
Loyal listeners to Early Dragons, we'd like to make a public plea. To save Clara's fun. If you hit over
Please
5,000
roll over 10.
All right, he's dead.
That's fine.
What do we
Let's
do
just
now?
keep on keeping on.
Kill the thing.
How much more is 25,000 than what we already have?
All right, is it my turn?
Yes, at this point it is your turn. Jesus.
How about I try and kill the last armor guy?
Do. Please do. I should have just done that myself.
Because you were no fucking use keeping me
He's
alive.
dead.
I would have rolled a 1, so no.
Oh, Jesus. All right,
effectively
just
thrown
don't affect
another
me with your
half
bad
room.
luck, okay?
I'm just.
Because if I fail,
I'm balancing
he
your bad
might
luck.
kill me too, okay?
Yeah.
A 3.
So you charge up with your axe.
And I get +5, so.
Yep. Okay, you swing and you miss again. It's. I'm actually surprised. Perhaps it's the emotion in the room that's not.
No one gives a shit.
No, you
Bullshit!
swing and you're judging to hit.
Can I get a re-roll because, I'm traumatized?
No, I think you should be at a disadvantage.
No.
Nope.
Sorry, no, you swing and you miss. So the crippled piece of armor lifts its arm up and tries to basically bring a hammer fist down on you. However, 3 is not going to hit you.
No.
And then it does sort of lift its other arm, sort of in a half. It
Rolls a 20 and smashes your brain out your asshole.
Jesus.
As
all
I
right.
recall, I am now currently near my final javelin.
Yeah, if you could just...
I'll one of us.
It'll
will.
get
Next
a
turn,
move.
I still have to do this other attack.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
It's got a broken. It's like its elbow's not working, so it's more like a lunge with its a stiff arm. And that's an 11, but it doesn't. Sorry, it doesn't hit. No worries. So it sort of just it stumbles towards you and flails, and both attacks miss. So it is now Nezor's turn.
I'm in mortal danger now, Nezor.
If you could do something, like, I have to hit it. Like, what's the worst that could
Use your
happen?
rapier.
You could
Yeah,
climb up
I
on
think-
you could leap from my shoulder.
I think at this point that I've got to do something. So I am going to run towards it and swing at whatever I can on it with my rapier.
I still think you should climb up my back and leap off like the rocket raccoon. And
Yeah. yeah.
step in the net.
That would be beautiful. I'm willing to give that a try.
Yeah. Okay. Do me an acrobatics check.
Yeah, I'm good at acrobatics. 18 plus 4, 22.
Yep, that works. So rather than just like climbing up the back of Ryland, would you like to, I don't know, maybe initiate some kind of rebound off of a shield? You guys could work together on that one.
The shield idea does work quite well. I would run up the shield onto her shoulder, push off of her head so that I get that extra boost from both my legs and my arm and stab.
Sure.
at its neck.
And now roll me an attack.
20, not nat 20, but
20? Yeah, that hits. Roll me some damage.
Okay, 1d8. Where'd you go?
I can't believe I missed.
1d8.
Everybody has a bad day sometimes. I do it a lot, apparently.
6 plus dex is... Where's dex? 8.
8 points of damage and kills it. So it's
Welcome to the
where
team,
are you
man.
stabbing? Through the neck, through the head?
Yeah, through the
Hey,
through
look,
the
everybody
face.
who's still standing has killed one of them.
You know, Nezor runs up the back of Ryland, leaps, stabs forward, and for a moment you think he's missed, but what's actually happened is he's gone through the back of the helmet. The helmet remains in place and the armor falls away.
Awesome.
carry it through
Yes,
as I
absolutely.
continue my leap.
Yep, you carry it through.
Put it in.
Yes.
I think you should wear it.
Yes. Might be a bit big.
Great.
Might be a bit heavy.
Okay. In the background you hear as the old man in the
Suffocates and dies?
Well, possibly if you leave it.
I might.
I think he's our ticket out of here.
Yeah, so do I.
I think he's dead.
I think he's dead. If he isn't now, he will be soon.
if you leave it.
Yeah, too long, so he can fucking
What do you
roll.
propose, how do you propose?
I don't
we get
propose
him out of
shit.
there?
I literally
get off there,
proposed what
Clarence.
I had all over your
You can
legs.
try shooting an arrow at the tapestry and see how much
Well,
damage
what's
it takes
underneath
to kill
the
it.
So is, are we
Tapestries, it's just
still?
wall?
Can I confirm that we're still in combat? Yes.
Yeah, combat's over.
All the active ambulant enemies are pretty much gone.
Okay.
Just
Yep.
don't go
Can
too
you
close to the
describe
tapestries.
the tapestry area that's rolled up for us? Like, what's the wall look like? What's the tapestry
Behind
look
the
like?
tapestry?
Yeah.
It's just a brick wall.
Nothing special?
So
Nothing special. It's hanging from the front of the banister.
can I? Can I?
Sorry,
Do
go
you
on.
have a hammer or an axe?
I had a great hammer
Okay.
and a throwing axe.
Can I grab one of his throwing axes and use it to cut the bat?
Yeah, absolutely. I will let you
that
do that.
loose.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, we're out of combat, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
In fact, you don't have to roll for that. It's not hard
Yeah.
to do.
Just.
Yeah. And the thing drops to the ground with well, actually, it sort of sags and then it kind of unfurls as you're cutting it. And the impression is it's like you're cutting this thing's throat. It sort of has this spasms and unfurls itself and then hits the floor. And there is an unconscious old man who's probably dead now, from what you can tell, on the ground just below we were. Yes, I know you're crying.
Use your medic skills. Everyone's got medic skills. They can all try and stabilize.
Yeah, I think
I'm,
just need
I'm
to roll
reluctant to
over
try
10.
and
I
save
think
a guy's
he
life.
might be a ticket out of here, so I can go ahead and try that. Is that a D20?
Yeah.
I'll give it a shot.
I'm just not. It's hardly worth me taking a shot because I got -1 and -3.
I've got one. Do you have anything more?
You just need to roll over
I
10
have a
on the
3.
dice. Roll over 10 on the
Do you
dice.
wanna?
18.
There you
We're
go.
19 with your medical.
18. He has been smothered, and you run over. He's not breathing, and you do a very rudimentary.
CPR, but not too hard because he's an old man.
So I'll just roll the dice for the old man and see when he recovers for you. So that'll be 4 hours from now. He will be awake.
Well, that's not very.
Mechanically speaking, he doesn't look.
help.
But he's not. Doesn't look like he's waking up anytime soon. But at least he's breathing now.
Yeah.
So who's doing what? Scan?
I will actually first of all say, gentlemen and ladies, it appears our friend Clarence here is not breathing. Tried waking him up, I'm sorry. But I'm calling this as a scene. Yeah.
He's got the.
He
items
does.
we
Yeah,
need.
we will be.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
One of us should
I,
probably.
I feel we first.
Oh, Clarence is dead. Oh, he's got the shit we came here for. Yeah.
Oh no, that guy we met 4 hours ago is dead. Oh no,
It's a pity. He seems
was
to be
cool
very
and all. He was a
knowledgeable.
bit
The
grumpy.
trouble is our characters have known him for 4 hours, but we've been doing.
Yeah, I'm divorcing myself from that and knowing it resulting in the fact that he's been a grumpy bastard for 4 hours.
I've
And
been-
other than that,
I've been a grumpy bastard since
for
we
70 years.
Since we walked into this room and you threw a harpoon. at
You've
an old
been
guy.
grumpy for a lot longer
Shut
than
up,
that.
then, Clarence!
Okay, all right. He's definitely dead then.
Yeah, I checked.
Oh, it's not good.
I can't roll a 20 and magically resurrect him. That's not.
Do you have magical fishing dice? Why did you not tell us of this?
No, I was just excited because they don't know which box is which. So they're going to open them to try and find out. I know, because I put them very particularly on one side and the other.
You don't know.
Oh,
this one,
shit!
This removes.
Jesus Christ.
Does someone want to have that realization in character?
Defeat Dupont here, just have both. We don't care.
Well, maybe we'll get it out.
No,
and then
no, no.
realize-
This is fairly
The
simple
only person who
explanation.
knows that I've got both as well is you, Scan.
Yeah.
So.
And I was aware of this, and my solution to this was simple. Yeah, look, the guy who made that call is dead. My apologies, here is both. Do with them what you will. You have a perfect scapegoat in the form of the dead guy we left there. That was my end strategy on that one.
But if we can work out which one's the fake, we can leave it behind and make it look like the box never left the tower.
Everyone's having this discussion. I might just go see how
Nick off.
Jasper's doing.
Yeah.
Jasper.
Could always do with an extra dagger.
Yeah, we could.
He had a
Jasper's
few.
definitely unconscious. Yes.
Yep, and he's not waking up anytime soon.
Doesn't
Cool.
appear to be, but he's.
I'm just gonna go. What did he put on the ground? Like the necklace.
Oh, the stuff
thing.
over there.
Yeah.
As a pile of like small pouches of coins.
Yep. I take them.
Some necklaces.
I take them.
And like a pair of earrings.
And I take them.
What about the daggers?
I'm going to write
the
them.
daggers, one is in his hand, the other one is skidded on the floor nearby.
Okay, I'm gonna leave him with one because I'm not totally horrible, but I am gonna take a dagger.
But the fact that you're looting his belongings, I'm assuming you're leaving him behind at the very least.
Yeah, I'm leaving him with a dagger though.
We're unlikely to get out carrying him, and we can't heal him because somebody got our healer killed.
Why you look? I'm not.
Okay, so hang on. I'll take.
Which incidentally leaves me with this gaping wound on the side of my
Were there
fucking
a few
face.
coin
Heal me
pouches?
whenever you rest.
Were there a few coin pouches?
Yes, there were. There was about somewhere in the vicinity of about 75. Yeah, 75 marks.
So I'll leave him about half of that, but I'll take everything else.
Okay.
I have necklace and earrings.
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Would you like me to describe them to you?
Yeah, if you want.
One is a small swan symbol, the necklace.
Yep.
And the earrings have 2 studded sapphires in them, very small. Simple cast.
I will grab the 2
Yeah, 2 boxes.
boxes from our dear friend, departed friend Clarence, and say, insensitive as this may seem, but you are looting the not dead guy. May I loot the dead guy?
He does
not gonna
have
stop
some
you.
money.
Just do me a favour and make it look like, he was alone.
Yeah, is this what's my thinking? Yeah.
So leave him his primary weapon is where I'm going with this.
Oh yeah. I would be I've already got the throwing axe.
That's correct.
And I will be taking his pouch of ducats.
Yep.
Is there anything? Oh yeah, and your shiny gold thing that you don't know what it is.
Yeah, the gold press coin.
Some
That would
medallion.
probably be in the pouch with the money, wouldn't it?
No, I would keep
maybe
that
so.
separately.
Yeah.
And my holy symbol.
Splitting up the party loot. Yeah! All the dead people's shit.
And you have your weird gold coin, or is that the holy symbol?
No, there's a weird gold coin as well.
Ryland's a touch sentimental, so she takes the pipe that they both smoked with earlier.
Oh.
And the pouch of
Very, very nice pipe smoke.
Yeah. I'm gonna get blitzed later.
I'm just gonna say, I don't know if we'll get paid if we present both the box we were meant to leave and the box that we were meant to take. Might be a problem. So
This is true. You
if
are-
there is a way of
None of you
figuring
would have known.
out which is
No,
which,
I knew.
it would be good if we left the one we're meant to leave with our very convenient
But we don't know the
scapegoat.
difference.
I'm not willing to say that you would remember which one he put in which place.
No, I don't remember either.
Surely the real one we won't be able to open.
We won't be able to
Because you
tell either.
recall,
Oh, the wizard wasn't being able to
the
open.
wizard wasn't able to open it, so it's very unlikely that we'll be able to open it.
That is true.
But the substitute
Would be able to be opened.
is unlikely to be as strongly magical.
Shall we try to open them?
That sounds reasonable.
May I suggest we put them away from ourselves and open them using mage hand?
The mage
Good
hand. Yeah,
idea.
this is good call. Yeah.
Or rather, Nezor can open them using mage. Or Bella.
I was gonna say,
You can do it at the
You
same
can both
time.
do it. I do apologize.
yeah, we can do.
Yeah, okay, so
So you're doing this in the
room.
I also grab both my javelins.
Oh, and just quickly, I smack Skate around the back of the head.
Yeah, what?
Maybe ask questions first and shoot later next time.
And throw
I was
harpoons
startled.
later.
Oh, you startled me and I didn't kill anybody.
No, I asked you to shoot him.
No, you just
didn't.
said my
Thanks for
name.
that.
You didn't say, Ryland, shoot him. I just wanted to be clear about that.
So we
said it was
we place the boxes.
You know, in the game,
Nice.
we're not married and don't have a psychic link.
We've placed the boxes 30 feet away and I use Mage Hand, and I'm assuming she does as well.
I do.
And open the box, or attempt to open the boxes.
Okay. Bella's case, it doesn't open. Your case does. And there appears to be a wax sealed letter just sitting inside the case.
Okay.
Do we want to try and read the letter first?
No, let's leave it sealed.
No, we're just gonna.
No? All right.
Just
Shoot.
as a point, if we have a source of heat,
We could melt
we can
the wax
open the
back
letter
again.
without, like, if you
If you heat up a knife, you can remove a wax seal without damaging
breaking
the
it,
wax.
so the letter still appears to be sealed.
Well, we have knives aplenty. The
And we have a brazier.
I can warm things fairly easily.
Oh.
So if we want to do that,
let's
we can.
read it.
I personally, given Claris's misgivings before his untimely death, I'm reluctant to leave it without knowing exactly what it is.
That's a fair point.
Just in case it's a letter saying, "Hey, these are the guys that are gonna steal your shit." Just as a point.
yeah. All right, well, let's
I would like
So
to.
we,
enact that.
I guess we open the letter very carefully in such a way that we can melt the wax seal.
All right. That's
then
going to be a
post
sleight
them
of hand
later.
check, whoever's doing it.
You're the one for that?
So I've got
Weren't you using magic?
5 and then coloured in.
No,
Yes, to
Is
heat
that-
the
magic
knife.
to heat the knife.
Oh,
I can
okay.
do.
You could set the
So I've got a 10 plus 5, but it's coloured in, so does that give it 2 more?
Yes, it's a 17.
So it's 17, yeah.
Yeah, that'll do it. Okay, you very slowly use the knife. But yeah, you managed to cut your way through it.
With prestidigitation, I might say. Like, that's
Yep.
that's how I'm using it. But yeah, I can warm a surface for.
I would
an hour.
imagine the wax itself is being.
Oh no, he can just turn the knife warm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's fine.
And you just slice it off.
Yeah, so we do that.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so yeah, you use the.
It's probably Jasper's dagger.
Jasper's
Yeah.
dagger. All right.
Dagger.
Yeah. So you use Jasper's dagger, warm it up, and use it to peel the seal away, very carefully. And you fold open the letter, and inside is a very neat, flowing hand, and it reads: "Dear Reginald, I do apologize for the manner in which you find this document. If all has gone well, my agents have surreptitiously stolen into your keep, found the case containing the golden tontine, and exchanged it for the one that you now have in your possession. For this I must apologize. But because of the death of our mutual friend, I felt that it was prudent to remove it from your possession, lest it fall into the wrong hands. I value my life far too highly, and I do hope that the damage to your property was minimal in the event that this was an unfortunate botch job. I do ask that you do not seek out reprisals against me, as our business is now concluded. And should you do so, I would be forced to reveal certain facts about your operations here in Ardfelon. Sincerely, Dupree Dupont."
Does anyone want to see if, because I have -1 wisdom, so I'm not the best person to do it. Does anyone want to see if they recognise what he was talking about, the item he
Presumably
mentioned?
Reginald.
I cannot allow you
is-
to hold the something.
Yeah, yeah.
Golden.
Yeah. I've
Golden
got,
tontine.
I've only got one
+3 wisdom.
Okay, does anyone know what a tontine is?
No.
It's an investment plan for raising
Investment plan.
capital devised
Yeah.
in the 17th century.
Right.
So I want someone to wisdom check to see if they know what the golden content is.
So it's not an item.
It's an idea.
Yeah.
I know. This is why I wanted you to live.
Let's.
I was a very wise man.
The history check, insight check.
that's
Yeah,
16,
you can roll for it, but you won't know
I
what
had a
this
20.
is.
Okay, cool.
It's-
It's something they've come up between themselves. Something to
Probably, yeah.
Something I'm assuming to do with them being rich and
Well,
something.
Right. Well, no matter where we put it, he's going to know he's being robbed. So,
So
I
we may
suggest-
as well just put it back up
Oh, we
the
might as
tower.
well.
I was going to say,
leave
let's
it.
just leave it on the floor and get the hell out of here.
Cool.
And he's
Because
even.
let's face it, we've done plenty of damage.
It doesn't
to
even
property.
matter if he knows who it was because he knows who sent the people it was,
Yeah.
which is far
Though
more
I've got to
important.
say, I think leaving this is a good call because he says that if he tries to seek revenge,
Yeah,
DuPont
then-
has something over him. So by leaving this message, we may actually be covering our own asses.
Yeah.
We're covering DuPont's by extension, and I certainly plan on slamming him against a wall when we meet again. But yes.
And you call me impulsive.
Oh no, this is not an impulse.
Can
I'm
we-
planning this very carefully.
Can we leave?
Can we leave?
Place was weird.
Can we leave?
Yes.
We can try.
Let's try.
So shall we put the box that we seal the letter back up again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put it in the box. Leave that just on the ground.
Yeah.
Cool. Pop it on the ground.
Sure.
Who's got the actual box?
Should I actually?
Scan does.
I do. I'm also going to bring Clarence with us,
That's morbid.
and I'm going to put him in my jar.
Thank you for listening to this episode of There Be Dragons. If you'd like to know more about the show, feel free to check us out at therebedragonscast.com for lore, cast information, and updates on our schedule. You can also find us at therebedragons.podbean.com and on Spotify for your listening needs. If Twitter is more your thing, you can also find us at TB Dragonscast. I am Matthew, your Dungeon Master, and Scan Felspar Thuferson is played by Joshua Walker. Ryland Westfall is played by Karen Schlink. Clarence Longbottom is played by Tristan Doust. Abella de Rosier is played by Angela Donlan. And finally, Nezor Valgulis is played by Tom Moore, who also acts as our sound recordist. There Be Dragons' original theme and scores are composed by award-winning composer Sean Tinian. You can see more of his work at seantinianmusic.com. Thanks for listening, everyone. See you next time.